What's up, everybody? It's your host Manny for this week. Ricky's going to grab some stuff for a little bit later on. It's episode 45 of the No Name Podcast. I'm your host for this week, Manny. As I said, joined by my co-host Ricky. For everybody, first-time listeners, you can catch us every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and YouTube. We premiere on YouTube, so if you catch us around 9:30, you should post. It'll say wait until 10 a.m. Everything's good. Ricky, how have you been this week? You just came back in time.
So, so,
So.
and all that stuff. So
By the way,
okay,
McDonald's isn't a sponsor,
I
but
understand.
Ricky's gonna be doing a review.
So here's the thing. So we're getting ready for the podcast, and two things. Two things. One, we talk a lot before we start the podcast. It's a lot about
Yeah,
stuff.
we talked for about an hour and a half. Like
It's it is stuff we
we
normally
usually start.
don't want to talk about on the podcast because
Yeah,
it's
it
it's
gets.
it, it's not that. No. Here's the thing. Me and Manny are part of stuff
Yeah,
that people don't want to agree on and stuff like that. But
yeah,
we're open minded to listening to each other and all that stuff.
yeah. We
And
respect each other's views.
exactly,
Um,
because that's what a
yeah,
podcast is
we
supposed to be.
usually record like at 5. Start recording at 5:30, and we don't get recordings done until like 7:30.
Yeah. So, but that's not the point. But that's not the point. Nor there or there,
Yeah,
here or there, and all stuff. That's
yeah,
not where I was trying to
yeah.
get at. What we're talking about though is that McDonald's has apparently released a chicken sandwich, and I have ordered one.
Yep.
And did it cost me more money than it should have? Yes. Do I care? We'll find out.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
My guess is it's not as good as Popeyes. That's my
we'll
guess.
find out. We'll find that out in a second. So
I mean, very little things are better than Popeyes.
oh, that's the cut. That was the cut. Okay, so I guess it's the heat. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay,
So as Ricky currently finds that out, we got a couple topics for you guys this week, um, such as Call of Duty updates. We got Disney Cinematics. I mean, Cinematic Universe.
it's
And then
backwards.
also we got WandaVision.
It's backwards, but
So
yeah,
Ricky.
crispy chicken sandwich. So McDonald's.
Okay.
And all that stuff. So
Now that is the regular version, right?
it's the regular version because that's the only way you can get it for free if you order $15 or more. And
Okay.
also, and
Now how much was just the burger by itself? I just
the
want to
sandwich by
know.
itself like 40 something. But no, here's the thing though. Here's the
All
thing
right.
though. It's like the thing is like
That's that.
it's for something for the sandwich. It costs an extra $2 regulatory something fee because the city where we live, decided to tax the fucking delivery people and all that stuff. These DoorDash people and all that stuff because in order to help wages and other stuff and everything like that. I don't know. Hold on, because I'm actually
No.
grabbing the receipt right now for it. That's why. Um, let's see. There you are. Give me a sec. I'm not saying how much I spent on this. I'm just going with what I have. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a
It was a lot.
$2
It was a
regulatory
lot.
response fee, which is a local regulation has temporarily capped the fees that we may charge for local restaurants. To continue to offer a
Okay.
convenient delivery, ensuring that Dashers are active and earning, you will now see an additional fee that we are charging for local orders in this area. So referring to where we live in general, we have to pay this additional fee and all that stuff for stupid stuff. Tax was $2.13. A delivery fee was $1.99 because my dash pass wasn't eligible at the moment. Don't ask me why. Um, a service fee of $2.84 and all that stuff.
Okay.
And let's not forget the tip. I don't. That was those are the taxes right there. That's all the extra fees and also. And of course, a dasher tip, which by the way, you have to do before you order and not after and all that stuff
That sucks.
and
That
everything like
sucks.
that. I think Uber Eats does it after. Probably should do Uber
Oh,
Eats.
okay. That's good.
Thinking
That's
about
good.
that. But no, you have to tip the dasher and all that stuff before you
Before
tip,
you get to,
and then huh? I
before
tip.
you get to, you have to tip them.
No, I know. I mean before the yeah before no before you order, you have to tip them
What does this world become?
and all that stuff. And I I I I was I'm I'm generous sometimes when I tip, and I tipped them $4. I'll admit that. And but most of,
No.
it's just like these ridiculous tips. So it's like you're spending more. Like literally, if that was what I was, if those were my fees for just for a $4 sandwich, I'm spending $15. I could be wrong on that in general, but still,
I mean, it's a lot cheaper than what you bought, though.
still, yeah, I know.
Anyways, as Ricky gets ready to do a review on that, um, I already said the agenda, I think. But
Okay.
yeah. So how was your week, by the way?
Um,
As you open that,
Pretty good. Uh,
Mhm.
this is it. This is it.
That's hella flat.
I know, right?
I can make that in my kitchen. You get two pieces of white bread, put a piece of chicken in between it.
Telling you, never get what's advertised.
Exactly. Even with relationships, is it better than Popeyes though?
Heck no.
Exactly.
Is it
Okay.
good though? It's not bad, but it ain't Popeyes.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's a given. That's a, that's a that's a hard non-decline. So Ricky, Call of Duty got an update. I want to give this one to you because you know more about Call of Duty than I do.
Give me a second.
Um,
I forgot to pull up the article for this. Not the article, but the stats,
okay,
the stuff for this.
okay. So Call of Duty released an update recently. Releasing a new mode in zombies. Also a new area in Warzone, such as the shipwreck that has zombies in it. Um, Also, you get new weapons and you get new stuff like that in the battle pass as well. You also get a new character and operator, so that's really cool. And a bunch of free goodies in your battle pass. Ricky, take it away.
By the way, I know Manny mentioned it earlier, but I'm just gonna say this was not an ad for McDonald's. I was I was doing this because I was curious and all that stuff.
Yeah,
All right. So, but
yeah, I
anyways,
like
yes,
Popeyes better.
season two, season two of Black Ops Cold War and Warzone officially started last week, and Manny and I, along with our friend Arturo, got to play throughout this week, last week, and the weekend to check everything, mostly everything out, and all that stuff.
Yep.
First thing we'll
At
start off with,
SG Manny.
huh?
I
What?
was like at SG Manny on Twitch.
Oh
I
my
don't know if you
gosh,
guys want to go watch that.
always plugging the channel church right now. Um, but no, so I'll start. We'll start off with Outbreak, which was the new zombie mode that's in Cold War. Open. It is all out somewhat open area. Can't say open world really because it's not technically that.
I
Uh,
would call it an open world. It was pretty open worldish to me.
well, I mean, like it's not like how like I don't. I guess I compare it to most of like what's those like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, The Witcher, those kind of
Oh,
games and
okay,
all that
okay.
stuff and everything. Um, Up to four-player co-op, and it's pretty much loot, kill zombies, do particular missions,
Repeat.
repeat. And it's between three. But the thing is, it's like there's three different maps to them. Two of them they're played in fire team fire base team. I always forget that mode. Particularly, and one of them's actually brand new, which is Ruka, if I'm correct. Um, so pretty much, if you look in the blog, how it goes is it's a brand new squad based zombie experience set in massive play spaces. There we go. That's the actual word I was looking for, and all that stuff. As Agents of Reckoning will explore expansive landscapes, encountering hordes of dead zombies, hidden loot chests, new zombies, zombie crushing vehicles, and unique world events on your way to your objective, and all that stuff. So pretty much throughout each world, there's a particular mission objective you have to do. One example, and it's the one I can think of right now because I think it's the funniest one, is you have to guide a rover with a monkey in it to get inside a dark ether portal
Yeah,
and everything.
I named him Alejandro.
You named it Alejandro is his name. We're sticking with
Yeah,
that
he got some nice hair too.
and all that
He
stuff.
got some nice hair,
You cannot ride on the rover. Me and Arturo
and
tried that,
you can't get the monkey out. I tried.
and you can yeah, and that too also. But there's other there's if there's in total of six different objectives, and they're it's a random one depending on when you go to each map. Throughout the map though, there's hordes of zombies and each there's waves of zombies that come in no matter what. The one thing about it though that I how I see it so far is they're all can be particular in one area because the thing is what how we did it
That is true.
we we spread out the map on the map in different areas. There'll be times where I would get a good amount of zombies, but maybe Manny and Arturo don't, or it's the other way around,
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
And
Or
when you don't. You get like four.
yeah, and it's like you
Like,
have to like travel around and all that stuff at the same time. But at the
yeah.
same time, you are able to find the hidden chest if you're in certain areas. And then there are times where if you find like certain chests, zombies do appear from those chests around there
Correct.
before you open the chest. So you do get some killing here and there for that stuff. Other than that, it's like other than that, it's still fun. There's also like these little mini missions in a way, depending on what you're using, depending on what you're doing. One was like we had to like kill zombies in a certain section for this dragon zombie to go back into the portal and something like
Oh,
that,
that was tight.
and
That
all
was
that
tight.
stuff. We had
Yeah,
one
a ring of
where
fire spawns.
yeah,
You have to kill the zombies within that ring,
yeah, and then
and
there
he
was
like eats their dead bodies.
yeah, there was one like there's like a recording of something that starts, and then it sends all of a sudden these zombies, these bigger, harder zombies you have to kill drops down and everything like that, and you have to kill
Oh
those
yeah, they
and
get
everything.
like in the Bifrost from Thor
Or what you call
appears.
or what you said Star Trek
Yeah, I said Star Trek. I said beam me up, Scotty.
and all that
Um,
stuff, and
I like
everything
Star
like that.
Trek. They use the Force and stuff. I
And
don't know if you caught that.
but no, but here
Don't
but the
shoot the
thing is
dogs
though,
if that happens.
hmm?
If you leave them alone when they summon through the Bifrost, they're just standing there. Don't shoot the dogs, or they will attack you and kill half your squad.
If
Don't do
you
that.
don't know what I'm talking about, look at my TikTok. You'll know why.
Yeah. Oh, you posted it. Good. Okay. I had to get out.
And all
I
that
had to get
stuff.
out in the world.
Um, and then you would think like this sounds boring. Oh no, honestly, it's really not.
I think it's more fun than zombies, in
It's
my
really
opinion.
fun. This mode is
Especially with the large group of people.
it's really fun.
Especially with the
Yeah,
large group of
especially
people.
your, like solos. Yeah, you might get bored. You might get bored with this a bit and all that stuff,
Yeah.
and everything like that because the maps are so big and all overall and all that stuff. And but if you're playing this with friends, like this is a fun. This is so much of a fun time to have and all that stuff. All that stuff. Now, is it better than regular zombies? Like that's just more based on preference. In all honesty, I still
Yeah.
even after doing Outbreak and all that stuff, and then we went back into playing Firebase Z just because man we wanted to show Manny the Easter egg
Easter egg.
and all that stuff. I still have a fun time on those still and all that stuff. So it's like
Yeah, I do too.
and everything like that. It's like for Outbreak, it's its own thing in general. Like, and there are Treyarch, developer of this on these ones, and pretty much the developer started zombies and all that stuff. They did say they are planning to do. There is no Easter egg right now, but there is one being made for Outbreak in particularly,
Which
um,
is exciting.
which is very exciting because I want to know where this kind of thing, what kind of Easter egg this brings in all that stuff.
I want to know the difficulty for this Easter egg.
And all that stuff. Oh, which reminds me, I was also reading something today, the day we were recording before this and all that stuff. Apparently, the two Easter eggs for Cold War, Day Machina and Firebase are actually more easier than previous ones before that and all that stuff.
So we gotta jump into Black Ops 3 and try those
So you
Easter
have to do
eggs.
like three and four and two and all that stuff. I hear two is the ones that have the hardest ones. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that though.
I don't know if I still have to. I don't know
And
if
all
I
that
have a
stuff.
PS2 though,
Well,
or
then
PS3, my bad.
yeah, and that's the thing. It's like they don't have crossplay on those games.
Yeah.
I remember trying. I tried one of the ones in three. That did seem a little harder than the two we did, and the for here in Cold War. But I think they said what they're talking about it was like why does it seem like Day Machina and Firebase are more easy? That's only for the fact of it's like apparently for the other ones, um, it was a small percentage that actually that have finished those Easter eggs and all that stuff
Oh, okay.
because they are more of a difficult thing. And I think, and the thing is with these ones in particularly, there is somewhat of a guidance to it in a way of
Yeah.
knowing what to do with it, of how to
Like
do
it'll be
it.
like deliver the blah blah blah.
Yeah, but it is still hard though because like some of the stuff is kind of hard to do within these Easter
Yeah.
eggs and all that stuff and everything like of where's what, how to get them and all that stuff and everything like that. But there's like
So what you're saying is the Black Ops 2 Easter eggs was more of just mystery.
it is mystery. There is more like for even two, three, and four. and all that stuff. There is more
Oh, okay.
mystery. There is more mystery to them in a way and all that stuff to figure out what to do
Oh,
and all that
okay.
stuff.
So it's like the mystery scene in Fortnite, how like nowadays it's like more of a guideline to get it.
Yeah, but like
When earlier season battle pass it
yeah,
was
and the
like
thing is
mystery.
with with these two, apparently they're getting a more. There's been more of a people actually completing it, even for fans that even for people who always were fans of zombies before and all that stuff before and all that stuff. So it's like
Okay.
that's a good thing to know and all that stuff and everything like that. So it's like if Cold War still exists now in a way because not a lot of people like apparently some people say the campaign was not that good. The multiplayer is a little rough right now because of skill based matchmaking and all that stuff. And then of course league play is not people don't think it's living up to its full potential. It's not there on league play and all that stuff. Like zombies is the one thing that I guess you could say is carrying Cold War right now at the moment and all that stuff and everything. And zombies
I'd
are
have
fun.
to disagree with the multiplayer part. Because I've played a lot of multiplayer by myself, and it's been not like hella easy, but then it hasn't been super hard. Like it's been more of like casual play and about my people my skill level.
Well, yeah,
But I play with you guys, and it's like I'm I'm getting like
that's Arturo. That's mainly Arturo. That's mainly
that's
Arturo.
like I'll hop into a game and it's just like they're doing like snipers from like 5 miles away, like quick scoping you and everything, and it's like that's not fun. That's but then the skill level between us is like really far apart. Like I'm Prestige 115 or 17 now, 17. And Arturo's like Prestige 4, right? Something?
No,
No, Prestige 7.
I'm four. He's seven.
Yeah, the levels is completely off. So like I understand why skill-based matchmaking is kind of hard to do right now with us in a
See, but
party.
that's the other thing though about skill based matchmaking in a way. And even though like for me and Arturo, I'm Prestige four, he is Prestige seven. Most our leveling to that came from mostly zombies in
Yeah,
multiplayer
that's also true.
and all that stuff. Like we
Yeah.
do play multiplayer here. We do play multiplayer and all that stuff, but we don't and all that stuff. But most of our stuff, how our leveling, and of course Warzone too. Also, that's because it's all progressed together. Our leveling is
Yeah.
coming. Our leveling, especially on that prestige leveling, that's all playing from different modes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because we're all playing
That's
different
not
modes.
grinding multiplayer.
Yeah, it's not just grinding multiplayer and all that stuff. So that's why it's like for me particularly, like I can agree to Manny for the fact that our skill based match rating does higher and all that stuff. But at the same time, for me, it's like this is the reason why I don't like skill based matchmaking and all that stuff at the same time.
Yeah.
Because for me, I don't play a lot of multiplayer as I used to and all that stuff. And when I do get on it, it's like the fact that I am a Prestige 4 and all that stuff, but that's not coming based off of just multiplayer
Multiplayer.
and all that stuff.
It's coming off of
I'm still
zombies.
getting that higher skill gap and all that stuff and everything like that,
Yeah.
just based
I
off
feel
that.
like they should take your KD into consideration more
They do,
than yeah, but do that more based off than your level. I feel like it'd be more of an accurate skill-based matchmaking, correct?
yeah,
Wouldn't you
but
think?
it's
If they just focus more on your KD and your win-loss ratio than your level overall. Because just like in Fortnite, like before I actually started playing and grinding and like started getting better at the game, I was horrible, but I was level whatever I was, and due to skill-based matchmaking, it was the same thing. Like I was horrible skill-wise, but level-wise, it looked like I was good.
yeah.
You can also count that in for Apex as well, I guess, but it hasn't happened too much in Apex for me. Riki's uh, currently doing something for the audio
I was
listeners.
chewing food
Yeah, he's not ignoring.
and all that stuff. I was like, man, he's keep talking in the back of my head and
I
all that
was
stuff.
trying to find something else to say, and I was like, okay, I got
And
nothing.
I was like,
Like,
no, I totally get what you're saying. And it's like skill based
yeah,
matchmaking in general, like it's a thing that needs to get talked that is
has
supposed
to
to get
be.
talked about and all that stuff because
Yeah,
it's like even for me, like half the time I'm in multiplayer, I don't play just to grind out and take stuff seriously. I just get in there
yeah, to have fun.
to have fun, enjoy it, and all that stuff and everything like that. Like I think out of the three of us and all that stuff, the only person that actually worries about their KD the most is Arturo.
Yeah,
and all that stuff. Nothing against
Yeah,
that.
you can tell from my KD that I don't
Yeah, you
care.
can tell. Like me, I don't trip about it here and there and all that stuff. Like I always think of it as a like progressing, or if I'm progressing or deprogressing, and depending on like how I see it is just more of like
Yeah,
where am I at, and if it's higher, like oh sweet, that's cool. If it's lower, I'm like okay, maybe and all that stuff. I'm not gonna trip about it really and all that stuff. Um,
yeah.
and everything.
Me, I like Call of Duty. I like to play Call of Duty just because it's fun. I don't try to play. I don't try to make Call of Duty. I need to get this at this level, or I need to be this high in the KD ratio.
Well, for
Mainly
me,
because I already have another game that I do that on, so
yeah,
I
right.
don't really
Well,
want to
like for
have
now,
multiple
but
games.
now though, it's like with Warzone added into this, and now they're doing this whole cost reduction thing. The one thing I care about most sometimes now is just leveling up the guns and all that stuff
Yeah, I can see that as well.
because of the attachments and all that stuff. All that stuff.
Yeah,
You unlock those attachments, it makes your gun better. It makes the gun better, so that way you can, especially when it comes to Warzone, you have the better loadout and all that stuff, so that way you can use it.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's the one thing. That's the one other thing. But then again, it's like with Cold War implemented this year, I can do that in zombies to level up my guns since everything's all in one thing now and all that stuff.
that's true.
Like
Like what I think we grinded for like probably an hour and got like what like
so many,
10 levels on
yeah,
one
that was
weapon.
good level amount. And Outbreak
Yeah,
alone, that was an Outbreak too.
yeah. And also with the double XP weekends that they give out in zombies, it's amazing too.
Yeah, because yeah, this weekend was double XP, regular leveling XP, and weapon XP for that weekend. So to celebrate the new season and everything like that, and then there'll be a couple more going down the line and all that stuff.
Yeah, and if not, you can just use some tokens if you
Oh
have
yeah,
tokens saved up.
if you have them saved up,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I have a lot of tokens that I don't use ever. I just forget, but
I have like 20 something.
I'll probably start. Yeah, I'll probably start using them more. But
Yeah,
yeah,
same thing.
so so all around, season two was an amazing thing. They had
Um,
not amazing. I'm not gonna call it amazing. It was a good season, I
eh,
should say. Or as of right now, we don't know about right now.
we'll
We
see.
just know right now.
We'll see. Because like here's the other thing
Yeah,
about it, which we didn't get to get into real quick, and I just want to make sure get it out real quick. On the Warzone side, there's a shipwrecked, and
yeah.
there's a zombie event happening within that and all overall. Um, I have I have yet no once. I've only been on there once, the ship once, and all that
I've been
stuff,
on there multiple times, but I've only been alive on there once.
and all that stuff. And so far, what have I experienced feels kind of lackluster, and all that stuff,
Yeah, a lot of the doors are closed and you can't get through them.
and all that stuff.
Um,
Now,
I feel like they miss. I mean,
now,
a lot of the doors you can't get open. That's what annoys me.
well, yeah, and it's like so. Now the thing is about it, what's about it? Not of course the ship is the one thing that's the most noticeable thing about it. The other thing about it is that there are three other places where there had like missile silos. Those are opened up now. There are certain areas in the map. Apparently, all the bunkers where you have to use a code to get in are now open, and then certain places are now closed down and all that stuff. Since with this whole shipwreck thing, now
Yeah,
is this supposed to be like a long play kind of thing where it starts at the shipwreck but gradually progresses throughout the map where there's gonna be there's gonna be certain sections of like how we can what we have right now for the zombie part. Zombies will come in by activating an event or something. What now? And will that
like the
progress throughout the
plague.
map? Hope that's hopefully what I think it is. Um,
Yeah, I can
but
see that happening. That'd be really cool.
but with
I
but
hope
with
it's just not like Fortnite though.
that's the thing. The thing is like with Warzone's track record of in-game events and everything, not great.
Hasn't been amazing. Yeah.
Not great. The only kind of
Uh,
cool thing about was it the only kind of good one was the Call of Duty the Cold War reveal. That was only the kind of the good one.
the cool one was the Haunting of Verdansk, where they
Yeah,
had
that was
like the
fun.
ghosts. That was good because it
That
wasn't a whole lot. It
that
was just
one
like you saw a ghost every now and then.
that one was so much better than Four Nightmares that same year around that same time
Dude, that was so much better.
and all that stuff.
I still
I did not
Four
play
Nightmares
Fortnite.
got better.
I did
Four
not play
Nightmares got better.
I did not play Fortnite for a good 2 weeks and all that stuff.
I'd say even longer, maybe.
Depending on how long that event was in general, because I was like, I
Yeah,
am
you didn't
not
play the
touching.
whole week.
You would not believe
Yeah,
the texts I get from these from him and Arturo trying to get me to play the game and all that stuff.
and at that time too, it was shock as well.
Yeah,
It was shock as well.
and I was like, I'm not playing this game. Like literally, it had to get to a point where we had to play creative for me to get on.
Yeah,
And then like
I don't like creative.
when they said, and then when I like shrunk down to a people to allow people to actually do a game, I was like, I'm out. And all
That
that
was
stuff.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
so annoying. That mode was so annoying.
I wish there was like a mode and Four Nightmares, but there's not.
And that's why I was like, because I was like, and then playing freaking the Haunting Verdansk and all that stuff. That was way fun and all that stuff.
Yeah, because
Because
it wasn't
you could
crazy. It was like you got gifts in the loot box every now and then also you just had ghosts that don't do anything. I mean, it's cool because it's more atmospheric than anything. Like it doesn't distract you from your actual goal of the game. It doesn't make a new mission for you like Fort Nightmares did. Fort Nightmares you're able to get killed and also win somehow. Then
no,
also,
Fort Nightmares was if you died, you become a ghost, and if you die as a ghost, you're stuck watching the rest of the game. Especially if you're in team
yeah,
if you're doing team based stuff
yeah,
and all that stuff. You're stuck for
yeah,
the rest of the time if your friend was alive and all that stuff. The night over the haunting of Verdansk, you literally if you
it
died,
was just regular Call of
if you
Duty.
died, you become a ghost. You had to wait, and if you actually killed a live person, you come back alive and all that stuff, and it repeats the process.
Oh, I do remember that.
And
Yeah, I forgot about that.
it repeats the process until someone wins, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're only in the way. There was two ways to stay alive to get come back. Either you kill someone, or you grab
You
like
do
these crystal tubes and all that stuff,
the
and
yeah,
you grab like
the
two or three of them.
antidote or something like that.
Yeah, you
I
have to
forgot
grab
what they
like
called
two
it.
or three of them, and then you get back into the
Yeah.
game and all that stuff. I'm like,
Yeah,
that
that's what I
just
did
makes
most
you
of the
keep
time.
playing and all that stuff in a way until you actually die, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You're good and all that stuff. Because you could, because that
Yeah.
was the thing. You can actually die as a ghost.
Yeah, because you able to get shot
Yeah,
and
and there's
stuff.
no gulag. Also,
Yeah.
so I
So
also
if you
that's
died
why I
as a
was like,
ghost, you just go to
that's
Gulag.
why when we, that's why I was like, I rather play Warzone right now than play this and all that stuff because that was more fun than that piece of crap
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to what I was saying though about the whole thing because we're making this long. Um, I
Not too long.
I'm
I
hoping
think you're good.
I'm hoping this progresses. There's supposed to be this rumor about we're supposed to get a new map because of this. Also, mid season. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know.
Mist is gonna go off and the map gets flooded. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
that's pretty much technically the rumor in a way. With
Oh,
the
oh,
silos open and everything, because there's missiles, because there's actual like warhead missiles in them and everything. The room again, it's starting the shipwreck with the zombies starting there. Hopefully, like it's supposed to progress because that's the only place right now where it's at. It's not nowhere
yeah.
else in the map, and that map is big.
And yeah, and also that's the only way you can kill zombies is just nuke them. So
Yeah,
that
and all
makes
that stuff.
sense.
And what? Yeah, what better way to clear infestation of zombies than nuke the whole map and all that stuff, and start something new probably.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And then like we're also because like also the other thing is like we're leading up to the first anniversary of Warzone this month also
Oh, okay.
and all that
Oh,
stuff.
actually, you know what event I liked it also? Remember when the Empire won and the whole arena was Dallas Empire
You're
and it was
just
like
saying that because you're
congratulating
an
them?
Empire fan, okay? That's the only reason why you're
No,
saying that.
it was cool though. It
Okay,
was cool.
that is
It
the
was
only
cool.
reason why you're saying that. Okay,
No, if it was LA Thieves or Optic, that would have been cool too.
no.
It's cool that they're showing the CPL.
Well, I mean,
It
yeah,
was cool.
it's promotion. Yeah, don't get me wrong, and all that
Yeah, it
stuff.
was cool.
But at the same time, it's like it's a bygone thing by the time that thing is over and all that stuff. That's the only thing about it.
Yeah, because I think it was like 2 days only. I think that they had it
Something like
up.
that. It was something like that.
Yeah, but it was cool while it lasted.
Yeah,
'Cause it was like
yeah. But I'm
Empire.
saying like I'm for that. Yeah, that's just promotion and simple and all that stuff too, and everything like that and everything. What I'm talking more
Yeah,
from is more of like I'm not asking it to do something like more Fortnite related. I'm just saying like Verdansk is needs change and all that stuff
yeah,
and everything like that. It really needs change. We literally just go one side of the map when we drop most of one side. We don't go that we don't take the whole we don't go everywhere on that map. In all honesty,
I like Dam. I go to Dam sometimes when I'm not playing with you guys.
I was talking about the three of us in general. Okay,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
okay.
me
I'm
too.
not saying as a solo. I'm not talking about a solo player right now at the moment. For that.
No, because like even when I am solo, it's either airport or Dam. Like that's the only two places I go. Like so.
As a solo, I don't even know where to go half the time and all that stuff.
Yeah. Or sometimes I go on that train. You know that train that they have?
No one likes the train.
Oh, right. Cincy. Um, I don't even know why I had this pen, man. Well, I know why I had the pen, but I didn't know I had a Cincy pen. Anyways, I like train. I always get a gold weapon from there.
You're one of the few
So,
people that actually like the train.
yeah, I like train. I like trains though. They go cool.
That's okay. That's your only reason why then. And also, I'm just saying.
No, I do it mainly because I get gold weapons, but I don't know. But then it helps because I like trains. But
Yeah, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. It helps you because you like train. You actually do like trains.
yeah, like I really like boats.
Me, like
I hope there's
the
more
thing is
boats in the
about
game.
that, like that, even the subway, that is a good. That was a good one first week of a new season kind of thing, and then it's gone, and it's not even bothered with after that.
Yeah, Subway's kind of dumb.
No,
I
I
can't say
thought the
that.
subway was gonna be cool. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of excited for that one.
What do you think it was like a bullet train?
No,
Like
it was just like I didn't because I didn't know how it was gonna work and all that stuff. And the
yeah,
fact that it
and then you found
literally
out and you're
like
like, ah, it sucks.
it changes and it loads you into the next area, it's like
Yeah, it is kind of dumb.
and all that stuff.
But
Other than that, for Donsk, I'm hoping for change in this on these maps. Like nuke downtown, overflood the map or something like that, and all that stuff.
and
Don't
Tilted Towers is getting nuked. No.
not like how Fortnite did it with their thing. That was so weird at the time and all that stuff.
Which
Yeah,
one?
I'm not gonna say it was my favorite season. It was a nice season seeing that how that progressed though.
Oh, with the water?
When it was over when it was flood the map was flooded and then it sunk down.
The flooded was my favorite season
It was an
actually.
interesting concept and I like the idea of how it worked and all that stuff. I'll say that.
Yeah. I also liked it the ice. I thought that was dope too.
Okay,
How like a
anyways,
lot of buildings were like, hey, yeah, we're getting off topic. Anyways.
last thing. Okay, last thing before we move on. The two new guns, the Farah 83 and the LMC 10 SMG. The other one's an AR and all that stuff. Um, I like them.
Heard the fair was good.
I like them.
Heard the
I like
fair was
both
good.
guns. Um,
Oh, okay.
I like both guns. Multiplayer wise, they feel good. Warzone, I have not tried the SMG yet in Warzone. The Farah though, there is somewhat of a recoil pattern that's not good for it. But I think if you know how to work, if you can use it, in my opinion, especially once you get attachments for it, it's a decent gun and all that stuff to be used and all that stuff. There's a way. I found a TikTok where you can try to try to use it as an SMG with certain attachments. So I'm gonna try that out soon and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then once I get my LMC leveled up more, I'll give that a shot in Warzone too. But yeah,
Okay.
so far season
I'm
two's
probably gonna stick to the MP5.
of course everyone is.
Yeah. In
We'll see.
multiplayer, I should say.
But
In multiplayer.
overall, about season two in the first week, since I think particularly okay, so here's the thing. I can't believe I'm making this longer than I should have. For me, Manny
Oh,
and
you're fine.
Arturo, we look at all aspects of season two from every single mode, multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. I know most people who look at either like the TikToks and everything like that on all stuff. It's mostly portrayed to Warzone in a way, and all that stuff,
Yeah.
and that's fine and all that stuff. But I think for the three of us, like the three of us, when we play this, we and then I think for me, how I'm judging season two, I'm judging it based off everything we've used and we've done all modes for this. Um, I say it's off to a good start and all that stuff. Zombies, awesome. Multiplayer, two new guns to try that I enjoy to use. Warzone, I'm hoping something better comes out of that and all that stuff.
Yeah.
On how I see it for this so far.
Hey, quick question on this topic. It might get us longer, but I don't really care. Who's your favorite operator of all time? Like just because I have mine, but like I never knew yours. Like I just it's more just a question. It's not really a topic.
It's
I'm
hard
currently
because like
thinking.
here's the thing, and I have to explain this because I didn't care much for Modern Warfare operators as much and all that stuff.
Oh,
People might hate me for that,
Woods is the boy.
but I Woods is Colt Black Ops.
Oh wait, no, I was thinking. Yeah, wrong one. Never mind.
I said Modern Warfare
Oh yeah, yeah,
and all that stuff, and it's nothing against that, and it's nothing against any of those operators or anything like that in general. Um, and people are, and again, people are probably gonna hate me for this also. Whoever hears this, I thoroughly enjoy the Cold War content with operators more this so far than I did with Modern Warfare. The only thing the only exception for Modern Warfare I'll say is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre skins that they did for the Haunting of Verdansk ones, though I never bought them
yeah.
and all
I
that
mean,
stuff. But they were cool though because of like they were actual like stuff they were of who they were and all that stuff. I enjoy
yeah,
I thoroughly enjoy this content more and all that stuff because of and it's more of the fact because the Cold War and that 80s theme style kind of stuff that they're showing with their stuff is something I actually like too and all that stuff just as an aesthetic and all that stuff and I feel like they're doing more with this they're doing more with this than they're put I guess you could say they're putting more love into it than Modern Warfare and all that stuff.
yeah.
Nothing against
Well, they learn.
again none against Modern Warfare operators and their skins and all that stuff and everything like that. It's just the Black Ops ones I like more and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, me with the Modern Warfare, I only liked one operator. That was Otter. Um.
Oh, if I didn't never specifically named it, but Sims is the guy I use mostly.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's I never knew his name to be honest. Um. I mainly used Otter in Modern Warfare. Also, I use Otter the most in Warzone. But I have to say Woods for Cold War, mainly because the skins that I use for it, or the skin that I use for him, is the main reason. However, of all time, I would have to say Ruin from Black Ops. I just really enjoyed Ruin as a character, as a skin. Um, but yeah. So anyways, that's that. Moving on to the next topic. Ruin was the one with the shaved sides. Remember, he looked kind of like a Viking. Had the charges. Also I liked his ability. I thought it was really cool. Anyways, so the next topic is Disney Cinematic Universe, the true DCU. Yeah, you get it? Because we bashed on DC the last
DCEU,
episode.
you mean?
Yeah, this is the legit DCU. Uh, so Disney has a thing already posted. I can't remember the article. Ricky was going to bring up the article
I
and
don't
bring
have
up
it either.
the article stuff like that. Uh, but basically speaking, they're going to be doing, I believe it said 3 seasons. I can't remember. The first part is going to be based around Disney Sea. Um,
The
for those of you
Society
who
of
don't know,
Explorers and Adventurers.
yes, there's a dot between each of the letters.
Um,
Uh, there you
before
go.
okay,
Uh,
before you keep
oh, go
going,
Okay,
what ride
continue.
was this one in particularly? You know what? No, finish it.
C?
Then we're going to that. Then answer that.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna explain what it is first, and then you answer questions, and I'll explain all the stuff about C, and then you're like, oh, okay. For those of you who don't want to hear me talk about it, Offhand Disneyland does an amazing video. He does a two-part video. It's really old. Just look up C Offhand Disneyland on YouTube. He's an amazing dude. Give him a follow. He's tight. Anyways, so basically, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be doing a series based on C, which connects all the parks together. Also, some movies that Disney made. This would connect multiple movies and multiple parks in a way of more of like a mystery, like a treasure hunting kind of a thing. They're like imagine a bunch of Indiana Jones got together and like had a group business.
Oh,
Um, that's going to be the first series.
so sorry. I was reading the article just to get refresher, and it just brought the idea of one thing I already said. But if you want to finish it, that's fine. I'll go after.
Okay. And yeah, that's about it though. That's what I was gonna say. So
Okay,
you can bring up your topic and then you can ask some questions and stuff like that.
okay. So pretty much from reading the article and all that stuff. So you mean to tell me because this is somewhat pretty much starting in a way because it's supposed to be.
Oh, it's been started. It's been started for years.
Well, I mean like for these shows and movies. I mean. they're
Oh yeah, like
capitalizing
official
on
like movies and stuff like that.
movies.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I mean. I mean like of course like it's already started with the
Dude,
parks and rides and all that stuff. But what I'm
dude, this is like Iron Man all over again.
no,
Anyways, continue.
so what I was trying to say is that the article that brought up something was saying. So you mean to tell me so the Jungle Cruise, which is supposed to be coming out pretty soon, that has The Rock and Emily Blunt
Yes,
in it, those two
yes,
characters can be part of this whole universe that's supposed to be coming to Disney Plus, correct?
correct. Also, Johnny Depp.
Oh,
Also,
oh,
Haunted Mansion, not the Eddie Murphy movie, the park. Okay, so I'm gonna just give you. So you know Disneyland more than Disney World, so I'm not gonna go into everything because I don't want your head to explode. Uh,
dude, my head is exploding already.
so in Disneyland parks, I'm gonna focus on Disneyland first, and then if you want, I can move on to different parks another time.
Let's see. Come on,
So in the Disneyland
I'm
parks,
not gonna lie, I'm already excited. I'm already excited.
okay, so you have the Tropical Hideaway, which is a new addition. However, it's just an extension from the Tiki Room. In there, the Society of Adventure Explorers have a lot of objects with their name and brand on it. So that would connect it to one, the Tiki Room. Then that would also connect it to the Jungle Cruise due to the fact that they mentioned the Tropical Hideaway in the Jungle Cruise and also Trader Sam is in the Jungle Cruise.
Will that mention?
As well as that would also connect it to multiple ways on Indiana Jones. Now, if you go with the Jungle Cruise
Hold on, hold
ride
on, hold
in
on,
the parks,
hold on now.
okay,
Hold on now. Sorry, I have to bring this up. I know we
okay,
have an Indiana Jones ride in Disneyland and all that stuff. Do you what is and then of course there is plans of a new Indiana Jones movie coming out pretty soon and all that stuff.
yeah, correct.
You think they will actually try to bring Indiana Jones into this universe?
I hope so because he already is. I can explain that in a little bit.
Okay.
So right now I said I mentioned only Disneyland. So in the Jungle Cruise ride in California, they mentioned the temple that Indiana Jones once discovered. So that already confirms that Indiana Jones is a character in this universe. Now, they also said that it was connected to Pirates of the Caribbean. I can't remember why, but they said it. I forgot the explanation that they gave. And also we know that Pirates of the Caribbean is connected to the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland. For another way, there's a bunch of pirates that, yeah, it was a big thing. That's another theory that I'm not gonna get. Not a theory, that's already confirmed. But it's another thing that's been confirmed as well. So Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, Jungle Cruise, Enchanted Tiki Room, and the Indiana Jones rides in the parks are connected to this universe. Now, that also confirms the Pirates of the Caribbean movie with Jack Sparrow and Johnny Depp. Now, man, that's so hot in here. Anyways, now moving over to Disney World, I'm just gonna cover the basics of it because I've been there one time. Anyways, um, so if you go to one of their areas, they have a water park called Typhoon Lagoon. Okay, so that water park is based around a ship getting lodged into into like a
Wait,
thing.
wait.
It's just a water park.
This is in Disneyland.
Disney World.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a water park, right? And it's based around one of the Society of Adventure Explorers members. Her ship crashed up on a mount on a like a not a mountain but like a ridge. It's kind of like a mountain, kind of. I don't know. Anyways, and her treasure and her findings are scattered on the island. That's why you see them everywhere. You go everywhere, and you have to help her find the things, but not really. It's just a water park.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now moving over to the actual park, Disney World. There's a thing called Jack Lindsay's Hangar Bar. Jack Lindsay is Indiana Jones's movie pilot in the movies, and if you go into his hangar bar, it's Jack Lindsay with the other members of the Society of Adventurers and Explorers, which confirms that Indiana Jones movies are in the same universe as the Society of Adventurers and Explorers, therefore in the same universe as the Jungle Cruise, as the Tiki Room, as Haunted Mansion, as Pirates of the Caribbean. There's a lot more. There's connected to Disneyland Paris, Disneyland Tokyo, a lot of other things that I'm not going to get into. Like I said, Ricky, can you put a YouTube video in the description?
I could put a link in the description.
There you go. Go to the link in the description, Offhand Disneyland, and watch that. It's a whole theory. There's like two parts to it. It's amazing. So this kind of just confirms all the things, and it's like this is the tortilla to all the carne in the Disney universe. It's making it one big burrito in a weird way. Like so it's really cool if you're how do I explain it? I really enjoy it because it's more of
I mean, it sounds
like
interesting.
a
It's not
hidden
like Disney.
society
It is. It's
and it's really cool.
this is pretty much Disney's cinematic universe being brought to life. I mean, this is pretty much the park
Yeah,
coming to life in a way and all that stuff.
yeah, especially due to the fact that like a lot of the park goers and like people who go to the parks a lot and like know about things, like they've been knowing about this for a long time. So finally seeing this come to like a movie
Or
or a
show.
series type of thing, yeah, is actually really exciting because it's like, oh, excuse me, it's like we've been having the script and we've read the script, but we haven't seen the movie.
Well, okay, so but then the thing is, and then this is the same thing of with how with Marvel in particular when source material comes to TV and movies and all that stuff, is it gonna go down the line of what the source material, meaning the parks, gonna translate are gonna fully translate over to the shows and or movies, and
So,
will it like add something new, something different, and all that stuff to make it
so
make
here's
sense?
the thing. So almost every time Disney installs something or makes something new in any one of their parks, they're always adding to the story. So I don't believe it's going to necessarily, it might just reveal an origin story of.
Ladies and gentlemen, we technically lost Manny right now on the broadcast. He will be joining us shortly. For those who don't know, this is a podcast with no name. We're on episode 45. For all that stuff, I'm trying to bring in filler to this moment because Manny has disconnected from the Discord, and hopefully we can get him back as soon as possible on this. But I hope you've been enjoying this episode, and I hope you're having a good time. As of right now, we are talking about the potential franchise progress that explore around Disney parks and films and all classic films and all that stuff. Meaning such as like Jungle Cruise, which is planned to come out in theaters later this year. We have like something like excuse me, Haunted Mansion coming back. Johnny Depp and the Pirates of the Caribbean probably be connected to this whole thing in general and all stuff, and the idea of maybe Indiana Jones and all stuff. You can catch that if you missed that, you can catch that before and all that stuff. And we have Manny back with us. Can you hear us today?
What's up? Yes, I can. I
There
can
we
hear you
go.
guys
There we go.
loud and clear.
And all that stuff. I literally tried to do a whole filler thing right now, and it was harder than I expected.
What were you trying to do?
I was just saying thank you for watching and all that stuff. I hope you've been enjoying the episode and all that stuff.
Oh, I thought you were trying to cover the topic. I
No,
was
I
like, oh,
wasn't trying to
okay.
cover topic because this is all you. You're
It's a lot to take in at
you're
one point,
yeah.
especially because I'm not good really at explaining things. Um, but they're constantly adding to the story. So for them to do a movie just adding to the story would be perfectly fine for those people who already know about the thing. But them doing more of an origin story, which is already known in the parks universe, makes sense for them to do to get more people
Oh yeah.
interested in this topic. So I feel like they would just do more of an origin story. Now, here's the thing. Marvel, they can do that, right? They can they can change the comics a little bit because it's just comics. Like, yeah, they're really cool to read and they're really cool, but they're comics. It's just a piece of paper. No, yeah. Anyways, the origin story is an actual land. Their origin and stuff is an actual game and an actual area that you can go and see in Tokyo's Disney parks.
Yeah.
So, and you can go and read from the plaques how they got started. So you could change it. It'd be a little weird because it's connecting the parks, however, it's changing things that are in the parks.
Well
So it
yeah.
would be a little weird. I don't see them changing it too much. I can see them maybe changing the way characters look. Just because it's hard to get a lot of the characters the way they look is more how do I say it? Like they're human looking, but like it'd be hard to get someone that looks like those characters unless you do like CGI or something like that, and that'd be kind of weird at that point. So I can see them changing the way characters look, or maybe dress or talk and act, but I don't see them changing, the meat and potatoes in this story. It'd be kind of hard
Yeah.
because you have so much foundation work already set up on this. It'd be a little bit harder than the MCU. So I don't think they're gonna change it a whole lot.
Okay. I would love to see what they
Yeah.
do with it and all that stuff. Like I think
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
for me in particular about this, like I've been to Disneyland maybe twice in my lifetime, but I still love
Yeah.
the park and all that stuff. And some of these most of the rides I know about, but I don't know about the whole story in general about it and all that stuff. Like,
Yeah,
and hearing about this right here already excites me and all that stuff because it'll learn.
yeah.
It makes me appreciate it and all that stuff. I will be for I think for me, and this is just going based off of MCU experience because not everything in the MCU it has direct uh, relations to the comics and all that stuff, i.e., the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, because that's the one people hated the most. That was the one thing people hated the
Hey,
most
the
about it.
Mandarin was a cool character,
Don't
especially
do
in
it.
the movies,
Don't
because
don't do it. You're going off topic. Let's not. Let's not. And all that stuff. Uh, I for me though, it's like I wouldn't. I think if there is like something different, but I don't catch it,
yeah,
like say like you mentioned that to me, I would like
yeah,
be upset about it and all that stuff and everything like that.
yeah,
It would
yeah,
I for me would actually like want me to know more about the source material and all that stuff because I know there's a
yeah,
difference to it and all that stuff. I know people will have their like say and like no, it should have been like this the whole time and all that stuff like that exactly what he
yeah.
wants, but all that stuff. But the
I'm
fact that
okay with them changing things as long as it works for what I think they want to do, which is
yeah
like tying a movie thing through the parks. As long as it works solid and they don't have to change a whole lot of stuff
yeah
to still make it work, I'm perfectly fine with it. Like if they have to change the way characters look, act, or talk, I'm okay with that.
yeah
I know a lot of people that wouldn't be,
yeah exactly
but I'm okay with that as long as they don't change the main core of the story and all the stuff that they're doing.
Okay,
But other
I
than
think
that,
I'm
yeah,
not gonna ask that question. It's not worth. It's not part of. It shouldn't be part. It's not gonna be part of this podcast. Probably after and all that stuff. It's more. It's more pre-show kind of a topic question than it is.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
and all that
that
stuff.
makes sense.
Um, and all that stuff. Um, yeah. I'm excited. We're probably like this is really early in development, so we're not gonna probably gonna get this within
Yeah,
like.
this is super early.
So we're probably getting this like maybe in a couple years and all that stuff. But
Yeah,
here's the thing about this, because this is all most likely happening. This is all from what it sounds like it's happening on Disney Plus and all that stuff. And this is more about Disney Plus. The fact that they have content coming out, or the plan of content with these in the future and all that stuff is already making this the $8 a month a huge benefit to have right now and all that stuff.
yeah,
And this was stuff that people love in their past, not for past and all that
especially
stuff.
yeah. And I also feel like doing this is gonna, in a weird way, get more people not excited for the parks,
Dude,
but
just
to enjoy the parks a little bit more.
but like here's the thing.
Because I know a lot of people that just think it's just random rides that they just have
No, there's
and
more to
not
it.
know there's actual stories to these things and
There's
why they coexist next to
like
each other.
I went for my 30th a couple years back and all that stuff and everything. I didn't go on every single ride, but just looking at it because I have the last time I went before that time was I was a very young kid and all that stuff
Dude, yeah.
and all that
It
stuff.
went from like random rides to like MCU in that you can walk in.
When you
Like
walk into that park, you feel there's a story in there. There's a story somewhere, no matter
yeah.
where you go.
And there's a lot of exciting stories too.
And also, and that's the fun. That was not the cool thing about it. Um, it's like, but just think of this though, like, because even in the current situation we're in, Disneyland's closed currently. Yes, Disney World's open, but that's because of whole dumb stuff and everything like that, and all that stuff. And
I think so was Tokyo, I think, at one point.
Tokyo is
I
closed.
think
I think Tokyo and Paris are
it
still
was
closed.
open.
It was open, but they
I know
closed
one
it
of yeah,
and all that stuff.
yeah.
And
I think Tokyo was the first or Shanghai was the first to open or something like that.
yeah, and then I
I
don't know
think.
if Shanghai is still open. Probably is
No,
still.
it closed.
Oh,
To my
Shanghai.
knowledge, it was only Florida that was open. Yeah.
Okay, and then Paris should be still closed if I'm correct too.
Yeah, that's correct. And then Tokyo is closed.
But like hear me out. Hear me out. Say, and this is gonna sound. I'm just saying hypothetically. I'm not saying this is gonna happen. The parks are still closed. These shows come out saying the next 2 years, in 2 years by now, and all that stuff.
Okay.
COVID is finally over and all that stuff. And do you imagine? And everyone's live in the shows and all that stuff, and they want to get on these rides. Imagine
Yeah.
the
The hype's gonna be real.
oh my
It's been
god.
yeah. Like not just because. I don't think you could.
It's a
There's,
crazy
I mean,
hypothetical because, like, in all honesty, it's
there's a
like you
story
can,
with murder in it, but like
yeah,
not that bad murder. But like that's every Disney movie, I guess.
yeah,
Like I feel like this is one that a lot of adults will be excited for as well.
yeah. Well, and like this is a crazy hypothetical. In all honesty, it's like COVID could be better. We could get everything could be better by the end of this year, maybe even early next year, and all
True,
that stuff
that's
and
true.
everything like that. But and
But then this series would still help it. I feel
yeah,
like
yeah,
even if we
and
were
that's what I'm
close.
saying. That's what I was trying to get.
Yeah,
That's what I was trying to get at. Like we're looking at this show maybe 2023 probably the latest, and all that stuff. Even with the parks open back at that time, yeah, this is going to be a huge benefit for these rides and all that stuff and everything and all that
yeah,
stuff. Because the thing is, those rides are magnificent and all that stuff. I haven't, like I said,
yeah.
me myself, I haven't been on every ride and all that stuff. But the fact of what they bring and what they show and all that stuff in rides I have been in too is a story in itself and all that stuff and
Did you go to
and all that stuff.
Galaxy's Edge?
Huh?
Did you go to Galaxy's Edge?
Yeah, of course I
Did you
did.
get on the ride?
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh, okay.
Of course, that was like that
The
was the goal on that trip. The goal was to go into Galaxy's Edge and get on that ride, and I achieved that goal.
just the one though. You didn't get another one. You weren't there for the second one, right?
There was only no, it was only that one at the time. The other one didn't
Oh,
open
okay.
yet.
No, I couldn't remember if you were after the thing or if you were before it. I couldn't
The
remember,
second ride,
to be
Rise of the
honest.
Resistance,
Yeah.
that wasn't at Disneyland until right when COVID hit.
I don't know. It was a little bit of time.
No,
I think it was like 2 months. I think it was like 2 months.
no,
I just couldn't
January.
remember
I
what
want to say it
time.
was
Yeah,
January, but I went in October. I
I
went
think.
before that, and
Oh, okay.
it
I
wasn't
just couldn't
there.
remember when you. I knew you went on your birthday.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. I knew your birthday was in October.
Yes. Thank you for
I
letting me
just
know.
didn't know when you went. You know what I mean? I wasn't sure if you went after and you were just celebrating your birthday. I couldn't remember.
It was the week
That's the
of my
thing.
birthday
Oh, okay.
and all that stuff,
You're good then.
which was before that ride, the second ride got released.
Yeah, yeah.
And all that stuff.
It's just I was thinking that you went during for some reason. I don't know why either. Because I would have knew about that actually. But yeah.
And all that stuff. I still love the picture I took when I was next to the Millennium Falcon.
Isn't it still your profile picture?
No, I changed it. I might put it back.
Oh, you changed it?
I might put it
Let's
back
put it back.
because I love
Yeah.
that picture.
I think I have one with you there, but it's not like I'm not doing like the MVP pose.
That was so cute.
I'm not doing the MVP
Just
pose.
think
I think
if
I'm
look,
like
look.
thumbs up.
Sorry, I'm just saying this one more time. Just think if I had got my lightsaber at that same time too. Oh,
Here's the thing though, would you have walked around with your lightsaber?
hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm 30. My birthday was happening. I was having a good time. Of course I was gonna walk around that damn park with that lightsaber and all that stuff. But anyways, um, this show is gonna be awesome. I think and all that stuff. I'm excited. I'm a big connected universe kind of person. Obviously,
Oh yeah.
I mean like MCU is like my thing. Like all that stuff. Like if
You don't like the DCU? That has amazing structure.
stop,
It was
stop,
precisely timed and thought
stop,
about.
stop. We literally had a discussion last episode of how I felt about how everything worked in that and all that stuff.
The DCU was
The
precisely and
CW
delicately thought
DC
about and
universe
set up.
has a better connectivity than the damn DCEU.
The DCU, yep. The DCU is better than the DCEU.
And all
Uh,
that stuff. I don't know. Oh no, the Arrowverse. My problem. Let me say that real quick. The Arrowverse
oh,
and all that
the
stuff.
Arrowverse is good.
Yeah, the
Arrowverse.
Arrowverse has a better connectivity than the goddamn DCEU.
I mean, if DC is listening, just hire Kevin Smith for a lot of the stuff. Like he did good on those Arrow shows he
Though,
directed and the Flash shows.
speaking of Arrowverse, and this probably technically kind of like leads way into our final topic and all that stuff. Did you watch Superman?
Oh, I didn't. I haven't recorded though,
I
so
haven't
let's go.
recorded too. I
Let's
haven't
go.
watched it yet either. But
Yeah.
I hear it's really good.
Okay. Okay. Well, the Lois is she's in Grimm, or the actress that plays
That's
Lois is
right.
in
Yeah,
Grimm, and Grimm was an amazing show.
yeah. Because like
Yeah. Have you seen Grimm?
like that. Yeah, Lois has already been portrayed in this universe already, and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because she's guest starred. She's been more of like she was this Lois was introduced in the which crossover was it?
Superman, Supergirl.
No, it was one of the crossover episode. It was a crossover.
Supergirl and Batman.
Supergirl. No, it's with it's. I
Batgirl,
forget
I
what
mean,
it was
Batwoman.
called. I forget what it's called, but it's the one when Barry and Oliver switch bodies and all that stuff.
Oh, the time between
No, this,
arrows.
let's not try to. Let's not try. That that was the crossover that lead into the was setting up for Crisis for that next one.
Oh, okay. Of
Where
Infinite
she,
Earth.
yeah, for Crisis and all that stuff. But she was that's when she was introduced and all that stuff and all that stuff. But they were like, but the thing is with that, the thing I liked about Superman and the Arrowverse, he's already established and all that stuff and everything. Like, but we didn't get him to like season 3, I think it was, of Supergirl and all that stuff. And I think the actor that portrays him is awesome and all that stuff.
That portrays Supergirl.
No, that plays Superman.
Oh, okay.
Because like I said, Superman's already established in the Arrowverse with Supergirl and all that stuff
Yeah.
and everything like that. It's like he and all that stuff. So it's like
Well, isn't he gonna get recast after they reboot Justice League?
the movie version, potentially yes.
Oh, okay.
The movie version,
I
yes.
thought he was.
But
I
the
thought he was a
show,
good Superman
but I'm talking
movie
about the
version.
show one, the Arrowverse right now. That
Oh, it's a different guy.
yeah, it's a different person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought Henry Cavill was a good Superman. I don't. I feel like they should.
I mean,
But then, I mean, you can't keep someone and then be like, it's a different universe. You
but
get.
see, that's the thing. This is the whole thing about this whole DCU thing and all that stuff. The fact that we're
Yeah.
getting a new Superman that's gonna most likely get rebooted. It's J.J. Abrams producing the whole thing and all that stuff. But the person that's writing
Yeah.
it, I'm horrible at his name at pronouncing his name. But he's
Taika Waititi.
no,
I can't say his name right all the time.
no. Why do you say Taika Waititi for?
Cause isn't that his name?
No,
How do you say his name?
and all that stuff. That's not who's writing the movie.
Oh, because you said I can't pronounce his name right, and I never say his name right.
Right?
So
Because I never said I didn't even say his name.
Kevin Feige. No, I'm just
No.
kidding.
It the last name is Coates, but what I was trying to say is about it. He wrote apparent one of the most amazing Black Panther lines and all that stuff, which is something I still memorize
Wakanda
to this day.
forever.
Huh?
Wakanda forever.
Stop.
No.
No, that's not what it's called.
The chant that they do.
It,
The chant that they do, because that chant's pretty cool.
oh my God, Manny. You know what? We were having a good episode. This episode was doing good, and then all of a sudden you just had to pull that.
I'll try. I'll try to see. I'm trying to see. Hold on. Get this man a shield. Is it that one?
What are you?
That's a pretty monumental one.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to guess what line he wrote.
He didn't write a line. No, he wrote the book. He
Oh,
wrote the
okay.
series. I didn't say he wrote
Oh,
a
okay.
line.
Never mind.
Ty. Oh my God. And I apologize for saying his name wrong.
Just put it on the underneath
Tynushi
us.
Coates is something like that. I can't even say his name right correctly.
Just put his actual name behind underneath us
I
on the
will
video.
say I will show you it after this and all that stuff. Um, and all that stuff. But like he wrote Black Panther for a good amount of issues and all that stuff, which took a series, and I hear it's like one of the best ones of all the stories and all that stuff. It's actually what inspired the movie version of Black Panther and all that stuff too. So all that stuff. So
So
it's
does it
like
have Namor? Not Namor.
it's the first.
Yeah, Namor.
Wait, why are you bringing up Namor right now?
Because isn't he the one from Black Panther? Isn't he Atlantis? Right?
Where is this coming from? Why?
Black Panther. One of Black Panther's rivals is like the dude from Atlantis. It's Namor.
Not really.
They're not rivals, but like they don't
They're
like
not
each other.
rivals.
Like,
I mean, like in the comics, there's been like some issues between the two facilities recently,
yeah,
but it's like it's not like a big rival. Why are you bringing up Namor? Honestly, though.
because he's a pretty big presence in the comics. So the ones I've read with Black Panther.
But even though I'm talking about the MCU, though,
Yeah, but you said he wrote the comic books. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying
but
was Namor in the comics.
like Namor and T'Challa are not like that kind of thing.
Well, yeah, they're not like crazy, crazy,
Like
but
Namor
like
is more referred
the
to
actual.
Fantastic Four than that if you do comics.
Yeah, but Wakanda and Atlantis don't really get along either. You know what I mean? As cities.
What gave you that impression?
That one comic that I read, it was like I'll have to get it for you. I actually have it.
You do realize because I know more recently in comics, yeah, they have like somewhat of a beef in sorts, but
Yeah,
that's just because of all dumbass misunderstanding and all that stuff. I know what
for
you're
sure.
talking. I think I know what you're referring to and all that
Yeah,
stuff, but I don't think of it like people. Some comic fans might take this the wrong way, but I don't think of it as that like something that caused them to be like, oh,
it might.
rivals in a way. I mean, there is the somewhat rumor that Namor might appear in Black Panther 2 and all that stuff
That'd be tight.
because of a reference in Endgame, but we'll see where that goes.
He was in a reference in Lincoln.
In a way,
Oh yeah, the seismic
yeah, that,
things in the sea bottom. Yeah,
yeah, that thing. Um, that's the only thing about it. But yeah, but it's like so with the whole Superman thing though, it's like we'll see where we'll see where this goes. The fact that the writer, it's leading to talks of like Superman might be cast as a black man and all that stuff. And no, that's not something new. There are comics of a black Superman. Actually, have I read them? No. I'm a hor- Am I a horrible black? Am I horrible that I don't know my black hair? That I don't pay attention to my black heritage? In a way, somewhat.
no, not really.
Not really, but I'm just saying and all that stuff.
I mean, if you didn't read Black Panther, yeah, but I mean, Black Superman's not that bad. You haven't read Black Panther? Like any of them? Like not even one?
I have a bunch of. I kid you not. There was a bunch of free ones on Comixology, and I grabbed a bunch of them. So I'm gonna hopefully this week. Hopefully I will read them soon.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not.
Even I've read
I
a
have
Black
not
Panther
read.
comic, and I'm not even
Here's
black.
the thing. I have not read a Black Panther solo series. I have read Black Panther in comics and other titles though, and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I mean, in comic
I knew
books, I
of
mean,
Black. Here's the thing. The fact I knew of Black Panther before the movie itself and all that stuff
okay, then you're all set. Then you're good. You're
and all
good.
that stuff. Like, cause it's like and all that stuff. Cause that's a big deal in a way of like just seeing
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Like I've read the Blue Beetle comics. It's fine.
And all that stuff. Speaking of which, how funny is it? The fact that
We talked about it,
we talked
and
about
then
it,
you sent the link. I was
and
like,
then the next
oh,
day, I find out that I see an article that gets posted that they find a director for him because we were talking about how they're
yeah,
hopefully the movie does happen and all that stuff, and they
yeah,
find a director
yeah.
and all that
That was
stuff.
weird.
I was
That was
like,
cool
thank
though.
God at least.
Yeah,
Um,
we need some Blue
but
Beetle.
no, overall though, it's like I'm I'm I just hope Superman does they do right on Superman in all honesty. In all stuff. I feel like
Yeah,
from what it sounds like from the show, it seems like they're doing that. Thankfully, um, and then hopefully with the this new movie, whether or not it's a black person or not being Superman, I just hope there's something good out of it, and hopefully get it.
you know
I'm
who
very
could be
excited
Black
to see my movie
Superman?
go crazy.
You know who could be Black Superman?
God,
Idris Alba.
no, I could
He already was. Look
stop,
at Hobbs and Shaw.
stop. I knew. See, it's like I knew you were gonna say something crazy. Then you said his Il Job. I was like, okay, that's actually pretty good. And then you bring that up. I'm like, God damn it, you ruined it.
I mean,
It
he really is Black
just
Superman.
because it was Robin Hobbs and Shaw doesn't like.
It was foreshadowing. That's smart.
Oh, stop.
That's smart. That's
No,
smart. Yeah,
technically
they're
it
working
can't.
together.
On a technicality, it can't work in a way, and that depends on this continuity bullcrap with the DCEU because
Oh, because his
Idris
accent.
Alba is in the next Suicide Squad movie as a different character.
Oh yeah. What is? I mean, they can kill him off though. He could be like a brother. It's just like
Oh my god.
he could be like a distant cousin. Like he
Oh my
could.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
He could be like, no, I just happen to look like him. That's weird.
Uh, but we'll see. Like I said, oh, like we'll see and all that stuff. But let's get to it. Let's get to this.
Yeah. So, WandaVision, episode 8, um, came out. That means we got 2 episodes left. I think there's only 10, right?
No, okay. So here's the thing, and we should talk. We have this and another thing to talk about besides the episode itself. So
Yeah.
on Friday, it was posted on Disney Plus's social media accounts and the Marvel Studios social accounts. It says 2 episodes left. Episode 8 is now alive and everything like that. Originally, when before the series came out, this is supposed to be 9 episodes.
Oh, because they added one. Well,
So
I'm happy they added one because it's even now. It's not like nine. That's weird.
so the thing is that so people are people are already thinking like this Friday is going to be 2 episodes, 2 episodes this week, Friday, because it's supposed to take. Because remember how it's supposed to go was this week is supposed to be the season finale. Next week is the break and all that stuff, and then we go into Winter Soldier. I mean, yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier and all that stuff.
I was just thinking they took episode 9 and split it in half because maybe it was like a longer bit.
You do realize most of these episodes, the max of an episode has been 40 something minutes, less.
Yeah, I just figured like it was an actual movie length.
Episode 9 was 2 hours.
Yeah,
Was
I'd be fine with that.
was two
I'd
and
be
a
okay
half
with
hours.
it.
Episode 9 was two and a
I'd be
half
okay
hours.
with it.
Oh my gosh, Manny.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I could be okay with that. Like, I mean,
Episode
but
episode 9 was in game, 3 hours long and everything.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, if you end a phase
Stop.
with that long of a movie, might as well start a phase with that long of a movie.
You do realize it started. It started with a 26 minute episode.
Exactly.
Stop.
But this is technically one giant
So
movie
no no.
if you
So
watch them all together.
in all seriousness though, we honestly don't know about if this is going to be
Yeah.
a 2 episode ending finale. Because here's the thing: 2 weeks ago, it was talked about the last 3 episodes were supposed to be an hour long, and that was not true. And all that stuff. Episode 7 was 30 something minutes. Episode 8 was 40 something minutes, and all that stuff. But and we don't know the runtime of episode 9 right now. Of this
So
episode.
9 and 10 are an hour long, but two different episodes. It's like a mix of what we just talked about.
I don't know
Could be.
if it works like that, but we'll just go with it. We'll just go with it,
Okay.
and all
Okay.
that
9
stuff.
and 10 are an hour long. That's our
So
theory.
honest, I'm just playing it by ear and waiting. And that's how I've been with this whole series and all that stuff. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait and
I
see
don't really care how long they are. I'm just really enjoying it.
and everything. So, but I will say this about this episode: I had to watch this 3 times in one
Why?
day, and
Why?
it finally hit me. This episode makes Age of Ultron that much of a better movie
Yeah. Because Age of Ultron was the Thor 2 of Avengers movies.
and all that stuff. Can you stop it? Episode 8 of WandaVision, what WandaVision episode 8 did to Age of Ultron is what Endgame did to Thor: The Dark World, and all that stuff.
Exactly.
And it made it that much better. But the thing is not, and I don't mean that. That's not a knock. That's not a joke or anything. That's not anything like that. That is straight facts. Because
Is it weird I actually liked it, Age of Ultron, like when it first came out?
no, because that's I was the
Okay,
same.
because I knew a lot of people that don't like it.
No, I'm not saying that it was like Age of Ultron, even Dark the Dark World. I don't. It's not that I don't hate them or dislike them. They're just not. Of all these movies, every movie you can, everything in the MCU you can actually like. It's just when you put these in a
Yeah,
ranking system, if you rank these movies,
it's no first
just
Avenger.
don't just like don't be upset when those two are at the towards the bottom. It's because it's not that we
Yeah,
don't dislike them or we think that they're horrible bad movies. It's just the fact of the of what out of everything we watch and what we've enjoyed out of them, those
yeah,
ones are not top tier and are how we say top tier and all that stuff. And
yeah,
that's why I'm like saying like WandaVision episode 8 makes Ultron a better movie for what
yeah,
it is already and all that stuff. And excuse me. And this is something like we're gonna get towards after we talk about the episode and all that stuff. Um, I'm happy that I don't, and this is just MCU in general. I don't hype these episodes. I hype these things to a max and all that stuff because I get to appreciate what the hell I'm experiencing and all that stuff. I kid
yeah,
you not. Because like I said, I watched it 3 times, but like I understood what was going on. But at the same time, it's like I'm making sure that like I'm appreciating this and all that stuff. because for the fact that it's like, yes, this is pretty much a Wanda origin story in a way, but goddamn, did they pull that one off the tee?
Also, this is the first time they mentioned the name Scarlet Witch in the MCU.
And I was like, well, no, and then not only that, but you make that title mean something in a way.
Yeah,
You make that thing mean something and all that stuff. That's why it's like, because like throughout the MCU, she was never called it and all that stuff. There's a reason and all that stuff. Like people can say
yeah.
it. People say it because that's who she is in the comics and all that stuff, no matter what. But if you are someone that just pay attention to this, she was never called it and all that stuff and everything.
Yeah.
And the fact of Wanda, even Pietro to some degree and all that stuff, the fact that they, well, Wanda in general though, the fact that she most likely already had these powers and all that stuff, and it
She's the first
oh,
mutant.
okay, hold on, we'll get into that later and all that stuff. That's gonna be like my question because that's my question about some things. She already had powers, but they weren't as powerful until she touched the Mind Stone. The whole scene with the Mind Stone in general and all that stuff of it being there coming to her, she touches it, it shows, and then seeing that what who she actually is and all that stuff until like she faints and all that stuff. Um,
Yeah,
and all
that's
that
it.
stuff. And then like on the and then the camera, it's like it's just a cut scene. Like it shows her standing and cuts her falling down to the ground, the quickness and all that stuff. Learning about why in the first 5 episodes they were all those sitcoms and all that stuff. Knowing for the fact that she used to watch these as a kid with her family and all that stuff and everything like that. Seeing the actual scene of when the fact of seeing the scene of when Pietro and Wanda were talking about the day the parents died and all that stuff and everything. It's
Also, figuring out why they knew English. That was pretty.
why, why,
Well, that was a pretty good thing because it's
why do you?
like you were in a like more of like a war-torn poverty country. Why do you know that kind of a language?
Out of
Like,
everything important in this whole episode, the first thing you get out of it is them knowing English.
well, yeah, because that was a pretty big thing. Like that's what they used to learn English. Like that was pretty cool. I mean, it's cool. Like, I mean, I'm learning Mandarin by watching MCU movies in Chinese. It
Okay,
makes sense. We've
okay,
all come full circle.
okay.
We've all came full circle.
For you, yeah.
yeah,
I think that's more of the big revelation for you for the fact that you're doing something like that.
yeah. Oh, I like Mandarin. I like Mandarin. It reminds me of fruit.
Oh my gosh, man! Now you just made me lost my where I was going with this.
Their family got killed, and they're
Okay,
sad.
the story, yeah, the like, cause like, and all that stuff, cause like, from stuff I've been watching like on TikTok and all that stuff. There was one of a clip of like they were showing like Pietro was telling the story from when he was telling it in Agent of Ultron, and it's like going scene by scene showing it in from WandaVision, and I was just like, God damn, this is
Hmm.
feels right now, and all that stuff.
You got sad?
Hell yeah,
Oh,
I kid you not. No, no, no. Like literally, like not only I was sad from watching the show, I was also sad from seeing the TikToks of what they would use for those from those scenes and all that stuff. I kid you. There was one. Um, it's the scene. Oh my gosh, just thinking about it, it hits me. Oh, the scene of when she shows up at the house and everything. Um,
oh yeah.
and everything, and she has the pro. Oh my, stop. Me talking about it right now is just killing me, and all that stuff. And cause cause like we really, cause like that's the other thing about this episode. We find out why it's in Westview and
Yeah.
overall, and everything like
And we
that.
find out Westview's an actual place.
Because West, it is an actual place, but not only that, but it's more of the fact that they were actually gonna have a place there, and all that stuff, no matter what and all that stuff
Yeah.
if Vision was still alive. Like the property deed and everything like that, saying this will be our where we our future our future. I forget the line, what it said on the deed and all that stuff. But that right there was just like, oh my god, seeing and then also seeing them like interact at the compound after the events of Age of Ultron, and then having that little
Yeah.
discussion.
So you can say that these are the days of their futures past.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I'm trying to have a good moment.
It's all
I'm
coming full circle,
I'm
Ron.
having a moment, and you're just trying to pulling these weird things right now, and
It
all
all
that
makes
stuff.
sense now. That's why they use Quicksilver's Quicksilver. It all makes sense now.
Quicksilver, Quicksilver.
Yep.
You're you're something else. Man, see, man, you're just ruining an emotional moment for me right now. I hate you.
I
So, um,
don't use those.
and everything. Oh God, I hate you right now. Gosh, I'm getting like kind of teary up right now. I'm like, why?
Okay, so I know why Vision's white. I know that, like I know the
Okay,
legit
okay,
background
you didn't
on the
have to jump to
comics.
that right now. I'm trying to get to the
No,
point.
I know. I just want to get something on
No,
my
no, no,
chest
no,
real quick.
no, no. Let's not. Let me. Okay, let me finish. Let
Okay,
me finish
okay,
this.
we'll rewind. We'll rewind. We'll
Okay,
rewind.
let's try. Let me finish this before you jump to something that shouldn't be talked about yet.
You're right. We'll go back in time like Apocalypse.
And all that
Let's go
stuff.
back.
I hate you. You're trying to reference that. I hate you. Oh, stuff. Oh my gosh. What I was trying to get at was more of this TikTok I saw, and I hit the like button on it for once on those kind of things. It was the song. It's like "Loving You is a Losing Game."
Oh,
That
I don't
song.
know. So
You ever heard it? No, the sound of it.
no.
Oh, okay. All that stuff. But like how it portrays it, because it's showing that scene of like her like breaking down, and then like it starts forming the locking, like closing down Westview, but also showing the other scenes of them two and everything like that, and all that stuff, and all their
I
happiness
have
and
seen a
stuff.
TikTok actually when the first bomb goes and you know how they're like under the thing, right? And it shows like them like getting scared under the bed and stuff like that. And it cuts it to like black and white and it starts playing like the animal shelter ones and it's like in the eye of an angel, you know, like that one song. And it's like for 99 cents a day you can help these kids in need. It's kind of funny actually. Yeah.
This is how you know me and Manny have totally different FYPs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I click like on it because I support the MCU. So, I do, I do. I know it's funny, so I mean, you gotta give him
I guess.
props.
I guess.
Like not real
The
life
way you
situations
portray
like
it
that,
though
but
is
MCU ones, I'm okay
I
with it.
like I think I understand it, but the way you portray it is making me feel like I just hate you so much right now.
Because like it's
The way
like
you're explaining it, it's like I hate you. Like why you just gotta do this to me? A lot of stuff.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
And um, but no, it's just like this is an emotional episode, and one of the best episodes of this show, and all that stuff for this, in my opinion. In my opinion, I said.
No, no, I'm trying to think of like what mine would be. Like if I do have one. Yeah, no, I'm
Stuff.
not saying that's not your opinion.
No, okay, because you were like thinking, I'm like, I better say it's in my opinion because I don't know if he's gonna say something.
Yeah, no, no, I get that.
um, and I love everything about it, and I want, and it's just like I was like people like, and like I said, this is something we're gonna probably gonna talk about right in a bit. Also, once we get finish the rest of this episode, I don't want the show to end.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
I don't want the show to
I
end
mean,
because
all things must end so that a
I
new shall
get that.
start.
No, I get that and all that stuff. But for this one particularly, it was just more of the learning about just Wanda. Like this episode, and it's an opinion. It was just the headline of an opinion article, and I thought it worked, and it made me. I think like this is so true. Like WandaVision doesn't need a main villain and all that stuff.
Who doesn't?
And that's so true and all that stuff. I think we're like we might as well just get into it now about or what I want to talk
I'm
about.
more of just excited about the so-called villain for what it's gonna do for the future. I'm not really excited about the villain for this actual arc,
Well, that's see
like in her story.
this is gonna get so this is we'll just talk about it now and all that stuff and everything like that. And all that stuff. So the thing is like the one thing about WandaVision this season about the people theorizing so many things and all that stuff and what it could lead to and all that stuff and everything like that. Some has been right, some has most of it's been wrong, in all honesty. and all that
I
stuff.
think my theory's pretty right though.
Your theory doesn't even lead anything particularly to what's even anything close.
Yeah, I think in the finale she's gonna bring out Man Thing. I think Man Thing's in WandaVision, but then, yeah,
Anyways, what of course what everyone's been thinking about was like who the one of the things like who's the one that's the villain of this thing. Of course, people didn't think it would be Agatha. They are pretty much technically right in a way. Agatha didn't come in to like ruin everything, or she was the one behind everything. She's at the end of the day, she's the one of figuring out how Wanda is doing all this herself. She's more
yeah.
intrigued about it than wanting to know than the one pulling the strings about it and all that stuff. And we saw, but there are people still theorizing: is there someone else outside of that is with Agatha and all that stuff in this and everything, or is it not and all that stuff and everything? And when I saw that article, that headline saying WandaVision doesn't need a main villain, that is true because this is not your casual MCU storyline where we get to the bad guy at the end and there's gonna be a big fight and all that stuff. I don't think that's what's gonna happen this at the end of the come Friday and all that stuff
I have a theory what's gonna happen this Friday.
and all that stuff. I said I don't think I think we're gonna get somewhat of a resolution of this and all
Yeah,
that stuff. But of course, it's gonna lead to course whatever goes in when we start for Doctor Strange and all that stuff. There's gonna be that stuff implemented into that. But I don't think there's gonna be something of like the good guy comes out on top kind of thing,
yeah. Just like I don't think
or even like
the Luke Skywalker cameo
we'll talk about that in a
is
bit.
gonna be actual hero.
We'll talk about that in a bit and all that stuff.
Okay.
Um, it's not going to be like the where we say the good guy ends up at top, or even the fact of how Thanos won in Infinity War and all that stuff, like the bad guy winning and all that stuff. We're not going to get that. We're going to get there is going to be a resolution of sorts and all that stuff, but it's not something where we're probably all not going to expect and all that stuff to it. And everything for this. And in all honesty, I am willing to accept that and see it where this and all that stuff. The one thing about this episode is like people can be, yes, there are probably people upset about this episode because people are thinking of it more as a filler episode of sorts and all that stuff. People will think of it
No,
as, I said people, I didn't say you,
no, I know.
and all that stuff. Um, some people think it didn't progress the story in any way possible and all that stuff. When I actually disagree with that and all that stuff. Um, and that's fine at the same time and all that stuff and everything. But it's like what I've got to love about this whole season so far is the fact that it's like I'm glad I never put high expectations on the MCU in general and all that stuff. I'm always
No, I
excited
don't either.
for this stuff, but I never put high expectations on anything they put out and all that
I didn't
stuff.
know they were connected until like the third movie,
What? What do
the
you mean?
MCU.
That's not where I'm going with this, but okay.
No, what I'm saying is like I feel like if I knew they were all gonna be connected and they were gonna all be like a giant universe, I would have probably put more expectations on it. But I was just, I was just chilling, watching movies, just chilling, trying to watch some cool movies, pass my time as I do. That's it.
I guess that somewhat connects to what I'm trying to say, I guess, and everything like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's just
Um,
my views on it.
I was just like, but what I'm just saying overall is like every time I'm always excited for something new coming from the MCU and all that stuff and what it brings and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I never put high expectation on something that on it and all that stuff and everything because like even with Infinity War and Endgame, as much as I was so excited to see those, I never put high expectation on it and all that stuff
Yeah.
and all that stuff, and it ends up loving it more. WandaVision, one of the shows I knew I was gonna like. I thought I was gonna like of what the aspect was and all that stuff. I've never put myself into uh, high expectation of it, nor did I try to put so much theories into it of what it could lead to because with all the stuff that was introduced so far.
I had a lot of theories, but I was like, if these aren't right, nah. I'm like, nah. I'll still enjoy it. That was pretty much like that's pretty much all my theories though. Like if I have a theory for like a movie or a series coming up, it's more of like this is what I think is gonna happen because this makes the most sense. If this doesn't happen, okay. You know what I mean? Like I don't really put like a high expectation that this has to happen or I'm gonna be unsatisfied. Like I don't really care. You know what I mean? As long as it's a good movie and I enjoy it, which I am doing with WandaVision, don't matter to me.
Okay.
I do think Man Thing is gonna be in the episode 9 though. That is a thing that I do believe is gonna happen. I have to get that out there. So and then that leads into a Man Thing. Oh, think about it. That leads into the Man Thing movie, which introduces Howard the Duck again.
Why introduce Howard the Duck again when he's already been reintroduced in the MCU?
No, like it introduces more of Howard the Duck and like more roles and stuff like that, and then that leads to a Howard the Duck movie. The first one was really good. Why not just make another one in the MCU? It's pretty cool. Put that on Disney Plus. I'd watch that. You know why Man Thing introduces Howard the Duck, right?
Not really.
No, no, I can't hear you. That's why. No, okay. So in the Man Thing comics, Man Thing introduces Howard the Duck into the Marvel comic. It's actually really cool. Yeah, and then they actually kind of become friends. It's kind of cool.
Okay, but
It's
no,
like a weird bond that they have.
it's more the fact of like how I'm just talking about for how people theorize a lot of things, especially with this show,
Yeah,
and how
especially with the MCU in general, though.
well, no, this show in particularly was the most I've ever seen from an MCU project in general
Yeah,
and all that stuff. And that's mainly for the fact that this has been a weekly series and all that stuff. This isn't like a
yeah.
multi-movie
There's more time to kind of anticipate and stuff like
and
that.
all that stuff. And it's like from pretty much from Reed Richards being the Astros engineer, space engineer person, to this could lead into mutants, especially after finding out that Wanda always had her powers and all that stuff before the Mind Stone and everything. Of course, Manny himself is already
Here's
thinks this is a whole real
here's the
thing
thing.
and all that stuff. Here he goes with
There
his
was
mutants.
mutants before. There was already mutants before WandaVision. Just saying. Just
No,
gonna
no, no,
put
no.
that up.
This is like here's my thing about it. If this is the thing that brings in mutants, that's fine and all that stuff. Like, of course, it is the mutant gene is a thing that's always hidden in people and all that stuff. Like, that's a thing. That's fine and all that
And you
stuff.
gotta search on your inside.
It didn't work. It doesn't work like that.
No.
It doesn't work like that.
I try to make it more like I try to be emotional
It
for a
didn't work
change.
at all.
Yeah, I'm not good at
Um,
it.
and all that stuff, and that's totally fine. But at the same day, if that's not true, I'm not gonna be upset. There are gonna be people upset and all that stuff.
Um,
And all that stuff. But at the same time, it's like this is a fan theory. This isn't something that we know that's true or not, and all that stuff and
yep.
everything. Like hell, like Manny's theory about the whole multiverse thing with Spider-Man thing. In all honesty, that could still be a theory and not come true. In all honesty, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I
it can be.
like the fact that it's like there's been the casting, the rooming casting about it and all that stuff, and that has somewhat have connected to his theories and all that stuff. And it's like and it does kind of freak me out a bit. But at the same time, it's like when that trailer hits and we don't get anything related to that stuff.
But here's the thing.
Oh my god, here we go.
How do I say this? That doesn't make sense. That hypothesis doesn't make sense for this story. Uh, just because they're not in the movie doesn't mean they won't be. There's not only one chance for this to happen. This could be a setup for the next movies that have Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
you do realize every single casting thing about Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Jamie Foxx, the guy that played Doctor Octopus, was supposed to be set for this specific Spider-Man movie, not future ones.
Yeah, we don't know that yet.
It they say it in the article.
Article's gonna lie. I
Shut
don't trust
up.
computers.
Shut up.
Besides, we already know that mutants exist due to the fact of the Black Widow trailer. So
What?
we already know mutants exist due to the fact of the Black Widow
Do
trailer.
not say his name. Do not say his name because of that.
Oh, what?
Do not say his name.
Ursa Major.
God.
Oh, man. It's true. It makes the most amount of sense. There's
You're
proof
making
to it.
sense just because of the fact of what's based off a comic. We don't know that for sure if Red Guardian's
No,
story.
it's not.
Then why?
Okay, yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. I didn't get to send you the screenshots, so you can't put them in right now. But there's an actor, okay, that's Swedish. I think he's Swedish. Yeah, I don't know. His ethnicity doesn't matter. I don't see color. Anyways, um, so now in his profile that he posts, you know how like on IG you can post multiple photos, right? You know how you can do that, and then you can swipe, and you're like, oh, look at all the photos, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a scene, right? You know, in the Black Widow trailer when it shows the door that's open, that's been busted open, right?
I haven't
All
watched it
right.
in a while. I haven't seen the trailer in a while, but I
Okay.
hopefully I will.
Well, it shows the door that's all busted open and all broken and stuff, a steel door. Then it cuts to a Red Guardian photo, I mean video. Now they're trying to make you think that Red Guardian is the one that busts through here. However, if you go to his post, it shows that same. It's a screenshot from the actual trailer, and the caption says, "I wonder who, wonder who broke that door." And if you swipe the photo, it's him, right? With the bear suit, not a bear suit, like a a bear pelt like over his shoulder and chest. It's been deleted recently, and in his bio it says Black Widow. So he's in Black Widow. Now, here's the thing: Ursa Major is Russian, correct?
No, duh.
Okay, now here's the thing. All right, there was this thing in Norse mythology, right, called berserkers. They would wear bear skin pelts and believed that they had the strength and spirit of a bear. Now, Russia had a lot of the Vikings and Norse mythology and beliefs and styles. Now, this could be a way. What if instead of believing like they used to think by wearing the bear pelts, they had the strength of a bear? What if he turns into a bear? Think about it. It makes sense. There's historical data there. You can bring that in whenever you want. He has a photo. That's been deleted, so that's kind of sus. Think about it. That's pretty good. You gotta admit that's pretty good. If it doesn't happen, all right, but that's pretty good. It makes sense. You got the
Unbelievable.
historical kind of thing. You got a backstory that you can work with. You got someone that's already teased about it. He happens to be wearing a bear pelt in the same photo. That's kind of weird. Why is he wearing a bear pelt? You know what I mean? Does he go hunting? Well, maybe he does. I don't know him like that, but maybe he does. Maybe he could. Maybe he goes big game hunting, which makes sense. But I mean, there's a lot of coincidence. No, no. I mean, it makes sense. You don't have to give him comic book storyline. You can give him a different storyline, like what I said, because I can't remember his comic book storyline. It makes sense.
We'll find out on May 7th, 2021, when Black Widow comes out this year. Um,
Yep.
moving on. I don't.
Okay. Now,
This is why I
at
do.
the end credits
This is
or
why I
mid
hate. This
credits
is why I
of
hate when we
WandaVision,
do this stuff. You make me forget everything about what I was just originally talking about and all that stuff. And
So for the big credits in WandaVision, by the
Hold
way.
on.
Oh, we're not there yet?
We're
Okay.
still talking about fan theories in a way.
Okay.
On stuff, and particularly about WandaVision, in particular, not your Ursa Major random theory. Uh,
I think it's true.
and all that stuff. It's a theory. I'll give it that.
It's a solid theory, you gotta admit. It's a solid theory.
Yeah, and so is 15 million other ones from WandaVision. But you see where those went.
Yeah, I mean, like I said though, if it doesn't happen, all right, that's cool. But
And
I
all that
mean,
stuff.
effort was done.
I'm just saying what I want to get that, and we'll get to the credit again. We'll get to the end credit scene about that and all that stuff because I know Manny has something crazy to say about that. Um,
No, it's not crazy. It's just more of a
don't explain it.
question.
Don't explain it.
It's just more of a question. That's it.
Excuse me. I just I like whatever happens Friday, and whatever theories come out from leading up to Friday. When this episode comes, let's not be upset. Let's please don't be upset and all that stuff.
I'm gonna be very upset
MCU
because you
knows
told me to be
Manny's
upset.
not going to be upset.
No, I'm not gonna be upset. I'm actually gonna really enjoy it.
The MC like we've watched all this stuff. We've seen this stuff. We've seen these stories portrayed, and then
We've grown up with this.
pretty much, and everything's been good up with this and all that stuff. And and I've been enjoying the show to the full extent of it, what it presented me, and I love every minute of it
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
me as
And
well.
I listened to theories, I and all that stuff. I've listened to every single theory. I even give Manny's theories and all that stuff a listen to, no matter how crazy they get sometimes. Um,
But sometimes it makes sense.
it depends on the sense though, um,
Or
and
some majors make
and
sense.
all that stuff. I mean I get it, but I don't know most half the stuff he brought up. I don't know anything about, so I can't say anything about it. Um,
Well, it's mainly just history.
and
It's
all that stuff, which is
so,
why it was like I don't know where to go off on that. All that
oh,
stuff. So it's like I have to give him somewhat of a benefit of the doubt at least. And but I I'm happy for the show. I'm excited for this season finale, though I will be sad when this show ends. And I never thought. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm so glad that we got to understand Wanda more as a person and all that stuff, and it makes me excited to know just in general with these next shows because we're getting not just backstory of them, but getting to know them better than what we did in the movies and all that stuff. As much as we love them before, it's like we get to enjoy them even more now and love them more for who they are, for what they are, what they will be, of what they become as characters and all that stuff, and all that for
yeah.
that stuff. And it's exciting. It's a good time to be part of to be in the MCU and all that stuff. Now let's get to this post credit scene.
Okay. So before we start this, I understand the comic book origin. I understand what essentially is going to be the MCU version now of why he's white. That makes sense. I'm just saying, it's not that smart to have a superhero that's all white. I mean, we learned from Deadpool you wear red because the blood. He doesn't have blood, so it doesn't make sense for him to wear red. But white's gonna get really dirty. Like that's that's a hard color to clean, especially because he's Android. Like, can you use cleaners on him? Like, is he waterproof? I feel like he is, but like we don't know yet. But I don't know. I just feel like white was bad color because like you're gonna constantly like be getting dirty. His cape, that's gonna get dirty too. He's throw that in the washing machine. Like that's a big deal. Like, see, the red was like a darker red, and the gold was like a darkish gold in a weird way. It was less yellow, it was more gold. So like that makes sense. The silver is metal, so that doesn't really get dirty. Like maybe you can buff it every now and then, but that's about it. So that makes sense. But the all white, I feel like would get dirty really fast. Like he's gonna step out of the warehouse and it's gonna be just covered in dirt. Like I feel like they should have gave him a couple paint jobs. But anyways, so the mid credit scene, shows, white vision. Ricky, your thoughts?
First of all, why am I not surprised that you had to bring something so unnecessary to a character that's
What was the
probably
first thing I thought of?
it's
I was
to a
like, that's a bad
character
idea.
certain particular character, such as the White Vision, that's probably gonna last an episode.
No, I don't think so. I think he's gonna fuse,
But you
but then
think
he's not gonna stay white. I don't think he's gonna stay white
why even bring all that up?
because like he was white for quite a while in the comics, and like it's kind of a dumb choice. Like, I mean, you're gonna constantly doing laundry.
But like in the comics, and from what I know, like it's not the same Vision. Like it's just some.
Yeah, no, I know that it doesn't have to be the same vision. Why would you dress him all white? That's bad. Like you're just gonna constantly getting dirty.
Why are you making this more than what it should be?
That's the first thing I thought. I was like, damn, he's gonna run out of bleach like in a week.
Why are you making this more than it should be?
I don't know. That's just the first thoughts I had when watching this episode. I thought I would share it. I thought I would share it with the audience. Cause I mean, I'm pretty sure like a lot of people thought that as well. I think.
I honestly I don't know. I don't think they did probably because especially if they're more of the comic sort that do know about this character in particularly.
they they might think about it though now. They're gonna be like, yeah, why is he in white? You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure they did when when they saw him in the comics.
Yeah, I
But
mean, they
I don't
still
think they
thought
would
that
see
too.
it.
They
I
were
don't
like,
know if
that's
they would
bad. They're
ask the
gonna
same
constantly do
questions
that.
now and all that stuff.
I would.
I don't think he would.
Anyways,
Honestly, I don't think he would care though. The fact that if he's white and then if he gets dirty and everything like that, because
well, yeah, because he's like emotionless, but like that doesn't mean he's nasty. Like, I mean, he can at least take care of
no
himself. You know what I mean?
emotion means you don't care for being nasty.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but I don't know. At least someone's like, hey, you might want to clean
Yeah,
it up a little bit.
he's gonna kill him instantly, or beat him up, or just send him
Uh,
flying.
guess you're right. Because like the Silver Surfer makes sense. Because the Silver Surfer is like silver, like he's not white. He's not the White Surfer. You know what I mean? So that makes. But like, I don't know. I feel like even if you don't have emotions, you can still like take care of your clothing or your attire. You know what I mean? But
Well, that just means he has
that's the first
feelings.
thoughts I had. That's true. Or sense. He just has common sense. You can have no feelings but have common sense.
I don't know about that right there for an android in particular, because
But yeah. So what do you think about it? About the reveal? He had like the Alexa eyes.
well, I saw it when I first saw him. I was like, I know there's a comic reference to this and all that
Yeah.
stuff, but I didn't know much. And like I learning about him more and all that stuff. It's like now I'm not saying that this is a one like I'm as a one like this white version of Vision is a one and done deal, but it's like where does it go from this? Because most likely they're gonna fight him and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a fight with him and all that stuff and everything. Because of course, from what we know, Hayward, especially from the episode, we learned that Wanda never took Vision in the first place when she went to Sword. It was more
True.
of Hayward trying to start something in a way.
So you want Mr. Anderson?
And it
Sorry, tell
led
me.
to apparently they've been working on this for a very long time. Well, of course, it's been 5 years and all that stuff
Yeah.
since the events of Infinity War and all that stuff. Um,
Should
I
have gotten
think
Elon Musk. I bet you he could have powered something.
I don't know that. Well, that depends if he was blipped or not.
That's true. That's true. No, I think he could have probably paid it off.
Could have what?
I think he could have probably like just made something to unblip himself.
No,
You could have an unblip machine
no, 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 no. How do you prepare for something that you don't expect?
because he got a vision.
He does no. No, Elon Musk is not like that.
He's the first mutant. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, 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 no. My thing about White Vision is it's gonna be part of this fight and all that stuff. Uh, the one this is a crazy theory because like at the end because a lot of people don't think Vision will stay alive after this. My guess is my thing is say like Vision within the hex somehow
Fuses.
in a way with the White Vision
Yeah.
and then but it becomes a whole one whole thing, but he's confused. He's somewhat, I guess you could say, confused in a way of what to do now and all that stuff. Like he knows he has feelings for Wanda and all that stuff, but it leads to something. It could lead to some having to like process everything and all that stuff and everything like that. Because let's say like this is like once they fuse, the Vision that has always loved that we get within the hex. Remember, doesn't know anything before that and all that stuff. He doesn't know of how he
True.
died and all that stuff. He doesn't know that experience and like he doesn't know the feeling of how that happened and all that stuff in a way because he does know about it now from Darcy, but
True.
he doesn't know how it felt and what that pain was gone through. I get the weird thing I will say is like somehow with the fuse that process comes back to him of him dying twice and all that stuff. Like from it breaking with Wanda using her
Yeah.
powers and then coming back together only for Thanos to pull it out right of his head. And it'll probably cause some like damage to him in a way, and it will end up him like maybe having to like, I guess you can say, go into hiding of a sorts and all that stuff. And like he'll still be around. He's still around in the universe, just making sure nothing bad happens and all that stuff. I guess in a way. Like last thing we need is Ultron coming back.
Yeah. Because he's saved on a flash drive.
And all that stuff. No,
Yeah,
he's
I'm
not
just kidding.
saved in the flash drive. He's just somewhere in the internet, minding his own
He's
business.
in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just my thing about it. I honestly don't know all that stuff. Uh,
I have a slightly different theory, but I don't think it's possible. I don't believe this would happen, but it could happen. I feel like somehow something would happen to that both visions get deactivated in a weird way. I don't know how that would lead up though. I'm still kind of like thinking about it. I still have until Friday. Um, and it's basically both visions lose the battle. It's basically a draw. And then they take Vision's corpse, I guess corpse, or White Vision's corpse to Wakanda. What's her name? Shiri? Was that right? Shiri? Okay. They take him to Shiri, and then she somehow saved his stuffs when she was working on him. Somehow she also saved his memory, and she just installs that into the new Vision. It's kind of rushed, but I feel like it could happen. I don't think it will, but it could.
yeah, like I agree. Like I understand it. To me, it just seems like it feels like too easy of a good story to come like a good ending.
And it makes sense for them to maybe she's like their Luke Skywalker cameo. That would make sense.
Shuri's the Luke Skywalker cameo.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no. You don't compare Shuri to Luke Skywalker.
I thought she was very impactful in the Black Panther movies. I enjoyed her very much. I didn't enjoy her as much as the bald one. The bald one was a lot better. That was my favorite character. No. M'Baku was pretty dope. That was pretty dope. Um, but that makes sense. Like if there was like Shiri came and like put a flash drive in his head, and then like he's like rebooting, and then boom, Vision's back.
Oh my
Wouldn't that make sense? You don't think that make? I mean, I can see it. I mean, I don't think Shuri is the Star Wars, the cameo.
But you're
I think it's
comparing
Dick
it
Van
to
Dyke.
it.
What's wrong with that?
No, no, it's not. That is not.
Ricky, it is 2021. You
No, don't
can't
pull
put
that.
lim-
Don't
No, I'm
pull
just
that.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Don't pull that. Don't pull that. For other stuff, maybe. But that no.
Why can't Shuri be compared to Luke Skywalker? She's a
Because
pretty big character in the MCU,
I'm
I
sorry,
think.
none against the actress, none against her at all, and all stuff. Shuri had a minor. Shuri, her most important role was in friggin' Black Panther. The only thing she had to do in friggin' Infinity War was just try to get the Mind Stone out of Vision and all that stuff, and that didn't end up happening.
Yeah. That's because Thanos' men invaded their
No, that's
castle.
because
Or their
Vision left the bit, left the thing, so that way he
Yeah,
wasn't.
because they were starting to come. They were starting to come. So I mean, it doesn't make sense. But
And all that stuff.
she did have some cool fists. She had like those panther
But you're
fists. Those were
comparing her
pretty
to
dope.
Luke Skywalker, though.
Yeah. It's either her or Dick Van Dyke. That's the only two I can think of.
Why Dick Van Dyke?
Well, he
I
was
get,
the main inspiration that they took.
I get
I
that.
I imagine that he'll be like in a small part cameo
I mean,
in the
technically,
town somehow
I mean,
because
technically,
Wanda just thought him up.
I mean, technically, he was a cameo in Episode 8.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like him at his like as him right now, like he'll be in the I feel like he'll be in the actual town of Westview as someone else.
See, I don't even think it's that, because it's more the
Could
fact
be.
how I feel like it's the fact of a Luke Skywalker type cameo. This is more of someone that has to be established already in the MCU.
Thor.
Maybe.
Maybe Hulk. That'd be tight. He's pretty smart. He helped with Vision.
I said maybe,
It
but
was
see,
him and
like that's the
Robert.
thing. I don't see. That's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to like make all. I don't want to make all these kind of guesses and all that stuff and make this so much of a big deal than it should be and all that stuff. But at the same
Yeah.
time, if you're comparing Luke Skywalker to Shuri, something's not right there.
I mean I don't know. I thought she was a cool character. I mean
No, no,
she was
and
hella
she
smart.
is. Don't get me wrong, and all that stuff and everything. But it's like again, you're
I
comparing.
mean, but then if you're going off that, the only person I can compare to Luke Skywalker is Robert Downey because he was the first hero in the universe, in the cinematic universe, and technically that's what Luke was. He was the first hero in his universe, technically speaking. That's the only one I would see comparing to Luke Skywalker is
Wait,
Robert Downey
what?
or Iron Man.
First hero in his universe? What?
Like the first hero introduced in his universe. Like no one was watching Episode 3 and being like, Obi-Wan's the hero.
Well, that's because three didn't exist it when Luke Skywalker was introduced in
Oh wait,
Star
no,
Wars.
4. My bad. 4. 4. My bad. There's one. Two, yeah, 4. My bad. Nobody was watching Episode 4 and was like, Han Solo is that main hero.
Um, I don't know about that.
You think Han Solo was
No,
really
I'm not
low?
saying that. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying I think there's people that'll probably disagree with you on that
People are crazy.
and all that stuff. Like you don't, because like the thing is about Luke in general, it's like he doesn't become the person of who we know him as until Episode 6.
Yeah, and we didn't know. Tony had a lot of things to go through as well. He had a
Okay,
lot of his personal demons in the movie as
but you
well.
have to
And
realize
then
though.
finally,
You have to realize though. The thing is about Tony though, in general, like he's the one that started this whole thing, and all that stuff. You have to I get what you're saying about how he can be the Luke Skywalker comparative thing about it, and of course it won't work because he's dead, and all that stuff.
yeah.
But the thing is, it's like you're making it sound like how you're comparing Luke as being the introduction of something in a way to what Tony Stark did is not a comparison at all to that in general. I'm
So
not
who
talking about
would you compare?
not cameo information, not the cameo thing, but that whole start of a universe kind of thing. There's really no you really can't like honestly there's no person you can compare in Star Wars to what Tony Stark was to start something because that was a collective thing in all honesty and all that stuff.
So who do you think it is?
I just said
Who's your thoughts? Like you don't have to be like
oh
this is gonna be the
who the
person.
cameo is?
Yes.
In all honesty, I don't know. And in all honesty, it's like I just rather just not guess it and just enjoy what the heck happens and all that stuff. I mean, honestly, in all honesty, if it is like a whole new character in general and all that stuff and everything like that, if it is that, then that's pretty cool. In all honesty, if it is
I
something
feel
like
like we're
that,
missing something that's it could kind of be obvious. I feel like it very well could be Cap or Winter Soldier or Bucky. Not Cap, Falcon or Bucky. It could very well be them.
as a Luke
One of them.
Skywalker comparison, I guess. But at the same time, like I said,
Right.
it can be entirely like it could be like a specific character that's big in Marvel in general and all that stuff that's not been
Maybe.
introduced into the MCU yet and all that stuff.
Man Thing.
Shut up.
Man Thing hasn't been
Stop.
introduced, and it makes
Stop.
sense. They've
Stop.
already teased them with the Nexus. He's the guardian of the Nexus.
You do realize the Nexus is not referring to that Nexus.
You don't know.
It's not.
You don't know. You don't know it.
Well,
It could be.
okay, the theorizing thing about it of the whole Nexus thing is more referring to back to Age of Ultron and how there's this particular thing supercomputer that's called the Nexus.
Okay.
What comes into that play is the fact that, of course, the theory of what Ultron was trying to look for was nuclear war codes and all that stuff. But somebody was blocking him to access the Nexus to get those codes. That person who happened to be Jarvis and all that stuff.
Nova. Oh.
Why do you bring? And again, we lose Manny again for this for that part of this topic again and all that stuff. I do apologize for the inconvenience. Oh, there he goes. He's back again.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see if we get his thing up and running again. I don't know, and all that stuff. But anyways, it was like I was just about to ask, like, why are you bringing up a particular character that's not pretty much technically not established in the MCU?
No, not in the story the sentence that you my guess wasn't you know how you said Jarvis? I'm not gonna say that it was Nova instead of Jarvis. I'm saying like a person that they can introduce, a Luke Skywalker person, like you said, it could be someone that hasn't been introduced
Why
yet.
are you bringing up something that sounds we're talking?
Because it wasn't supposed to be said out loud, it was supposed to be said in my head and it just came out and I was like, oh shit. It was supposed to be said in my head
God
and I was
damn
like,
it!
oh, alright, whatever, it's out there now. Yeah, anyways, continue what you were saying. Or you were saying the
So the
he
next
wanted nuclear war
Jarvis is the
codes,
one that Jarvis is
but
the one that's
Jarvis stopped
blocking
them.
Ultron from getting the codes in the Nexus. Thus, thus Jarvis, voiced voiced by Paul Bettany, who in turn becomes the Vision and all that stuff. That's what the theory of the Nexus commercial was referring to and all that stuff, not the man thing.
I think so. Um, think about it. The doctor was a man and he was holding up a thing. Man thing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Why are
kidding.
you making fun? Oh my god!
I'm kidding. That's a stupid theory. That's a stupid way to connect it. No, I still think it's man thing. But anyways, um, so yeah, no, episode 8. Did we cover anything that we didn't? I'm trying to think.
I pretty
The
much
witch trials was shown. That was cool. That was a really cool thing.
the beginning, yes.
That was a really cool clip that we
Agatha
haven't seen.
Agatha in general is just like awesome. That whole episode too, and how she's portrayed and everything. That whole character in this show is pretty awesome,
Yeah, it is really cool.
and I'm so excited. I'm so excited of this show in general.
Yeah. So with that, that's our episode. We leave you with a couple questions. I mean, are you guys excited for the Disney Cinematic Universe?
Oh
Or
my fucking
who do you
god!
guys think what the DC well, I wasn't gonna say DCU.
No,
About
I found an article
Man Thing?
how WandaVision could lead to Man Thing. This was
Yeah, I told you.
this was released on the
I
19th
told
of
you.
February. Hold on.
I told you.
Give me one
Okay,
second.
well, anyways, guys, that'll probably be next. Oh, wait, no, we can't do it next week. You have to do it now, actually.
Well,
We're gonna have
this
to.
article came out on the 19th, so
Okay.
try to fill some stuff and try it while I try to get this going.
Okay. Well, I mean, in the comments, let us know. What do you guys think of WandaVision? We've been covering it. Once WandaVision finishes and Falcon and Winter Soldier picks up, we will continue to cover that as well on a weekly basis.
Okay,
Let us
hold
know
on.
how you guys like the show. What?
I like how it brings up this. So I'm gonna pull up this two article part. Uh, as most expected, the major revelation finally came out that Agnes isn't really Agnes. Instead, she's playing Agatha Harkness, a witch that has been a long-time supporting character of the Scarlet Witch in the Marvel Comics mythos. Immediately prior to the reveal, however, fans were treated to another commercial, this time for a pharmaceutical called Nexus. As the commercial,
Apology.
as with the commercials of past, this one has also started spawning countless theories and all that stuff. One of which suggests the commercial could reference the nexus of all realities. In the source material, the nexus of all realities is exactly what it sounds like, a meeting place where all realities and universes in the multiverse merge. Who is the keeper of the nexus? Manny?
Say it. Say it.
The Mac the Macau I can't even say that word right. The man thing.
Yep.
I didn't know that
For.
much, okay? I know you mentioned that. I know why you mentioned Nexus, but I didn't know
Mhm.
more of that. And let's see here. So, but here's like, okay, so put your tinfoil hats on the bed, rabbit hole, river with no to what's going on. The regulars, tree like branches were vines on the walls. In the mid credit scene, we see some appendages growing with mythical purple power. What if Agatha has already taken over the nexus of all realities and either the man thing or part of the man thing of two folds of reality itself? Thing is about this article, this was released right after episode 7, but before episode 8. So some of this might not work anymore after episode 8 recently
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much the last part. The end of this paragraph will say, "What if Agatha already taken over the realities? A this is in full reality. It's a stern departure from any Mystivo and nightmare-related theories, but it's also something that could rip open the multiverse. After all, we do know that WandaVision leads directly into the multiverse of madness." Okay, so the one part about this that they said that already kind of caught my attention is the fact of saying is Agatha behind is the has Agatha taken over the Nexus and all that stuff of all realities. Now season 8, episode 8 has she's already said. I mean, she's pretty much saying the reason why she ended up to the Hex was to know more about Wanda herself. There was
Yeah.
she doesn't explain about having such of an ulterior motive of sorts and all that stuff.
She could reveal that in the future episodes, though.
But there's only one episode left.
Or is there?
And all that stuff. Unless there's like some kind of because that's the other thing about the season finale. We got we kind of still need to figure out how this is going to lead into a multiverse of madness
Yeah. It does have a good fit.
and all that stuff. Now this thing has a fit. Yeah, it does have that good fit to it and everything like that. But all that stuff. But let's say if like technically this isn't true and all that stuff in a way.
Okay.
But no. Let me actually say that. So say like we get everything we like. How WandaVision ends is not lead doesn't bring this up at all. But let's say Agnes, there happens to be a post credit scene where Agnes does bring has leads to this and all that stuff in a way and all that stuff and everything. Now that could be one maybe. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Um, the other thing,
Yeah, because technically speaking, it says WandaVision leads into Multiverse of Madness. It doesn't say WandaVision literally leads up to it. Technically speaking, if they did that and then they did a show
but here's the thing.
with Agnes and the Nexus of all reality, technically, and that leads into one Doctor Strange. technically speaking, WandaVision still leads to Doctor Strange.
No, no, no,
It's
that
just a step
no, no,
on
no.
the totem pole.
That part I get. Yeah, no, that part I like.
Yeah.
That what that one option I explained that makes sense of it. I'm just saying like the lead that lead in, and then plus leads directly and leads in is a loose term. In all honesty, and all
Yeah.
the stuff
It
it's
really
like
is.
and all that stuff. We know that there will be events that connect to it and all that stuff. But what I'm trying to what I think overall is like when we get that connection to into Multiverse of Madness of where does that come in? Is it at the end? Is it are we? I mean, we kind of have it probably during this whole season because of what we're getting and what we're understanding right now of
Yeah.
how Wanda's powers work and everything too and all that stuff. But like the end of this episode does have to like for us to get that connection so that way we can get ready for Multiverse of Madness has to be in this last episode, right?
Yeah.
But
It would have to be either the last episode or, like you said, mid credit scene.
it's
Like you said,
like
like credits
pretty
roll
much
and then it reveals it.
yeah.
Huh? Hold on. He's
Pretty
currently
much. I
for the
mean, if
listeners.
it is in this, if it does happen during the episode, where in the episode? That's what I was trying to say.
I can see it happening in the end. Like maybe whatever she's trying to do with Wanda, say it doesn't work, and then that's like her other plan, or it could be like in the comics she's more of a mentor, correct?
In the so that's the other thing I was gonna bring up too. In the comics, Agnes is somewhat of a mentor, is a mentor to Wanda and all stuff, and then also
Correct.
now, do we get that somewhat similar thing in the MCU? And like
That's what I was
say,
gonna say.
and like
So it
say,
can
and
go
like
two ways. It can really go two ways. I'm sorry. So you can either go the way blah 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 Agatha's thwarted, everything happens with the vision happens. Then it cuts to mid credit say, and it's like what you said, Agatha trying to do a next step in whatever she's trying to do leads into that. Or it can go for some reason, whatever happens, and that leads into Agatha kind of helping Wanda and like training Wanda. She can use maybe her power to do something within the Nexus of all reality.
now,
Maybe she's using Wanda to get to do some kind of a power that Wanda has to help gain access, more access to the Nexus or something.
but see, that's the thing. That's the thing, though. It's like Wanda Elizabeth Olsen is cast to be part in Multiverse Manage. She is in that
Yeah,
movie. We don't know for sure of what her role portray. Like, I mean, like what's the objective
yeah,
of her role in the movie? Is it for the fact of she is the reason for the multiverse and we have to like somewhat stop her, or is it's like she is helping uh, Doctor Strange in the way of like Thor Ragnarok, how Hulk was helping Thor in a way and all that stuff
yeah,
and all that stuff. And so it's like there are those options too. And then does Agatha have a role in that too of helping Wanda and all that stuff and everything like that to make sure of either the villain role or even the support hero role to Strange and everything. So it's like there are those things. So like I said, that's why it's like leading up. That's where we're trying to get with these whole theories things. We don't know what's gonna happen and all that stuff.
no,
This whole season has been left wrong turns in every single direction of when something's theorized and everything like that and all that stuff. And that's why it's like I'm like when this
well, no, I'd say everybody kind of knew about the Agatha thing. That's one that people were pretty
see no
solid on.
everyone knew about Agatha being Agnes. No one knew about what her role was in it and all
No, I
that
know
stuff.
that, but like I'm saying, that's one thing that we were pretty certain
No, no,
on
no,
that
no,
Agatha
no,
was
no.
gonna
That's what
be
I'm
like
saying.
was
That's what
Agnes.
I'm agreeing with. That's what I'm agreeing with. I'm
Yeah,
just saying. I'm adding on to that is for the fact that no one knew what Agatha's role overall to the show was. Of is she the because like everyone was thinking because remember the Mephisto nightmare thing was supposed to be was like that and then when we found out it was Agnes is Agatha this whole time, even though everyone was right about that, mostly right about that, it's like, is she the main villain? If she the main villain of this and everything like that, But then after episode 8, it doesn't look. It doesn't. She's not a villain of sorts and everything like that. She's just trying to understand Wanda and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So it's like we don't know anything at the end of the day
true.
and all that stuff. So it's like I'm just saying overall,
Yeah,
whatever happens Friday, whether it's one episode,
happens.
whatever it's one episode or two episodes, and all that stuff. All I know is that
Maybe, maybe it's actually an hour between the two episodes, but they're splitting them up. So it's gonna be in the same day, but it's gonna be two episodes, but equal an hour. That makes sense.
30-minute episodes.
Yeah, because they don't want like one. For some reason, they don't want one solid hour.
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
why.
I don't care and all that stuff. I've gone to that point now. It was like I'm just waiting for Friday. I'm waiting to see how this goes, and let's get ready for when Multiverse of Man for what we see for what's coming up for Multiverse of Madness and all that stuff, and then take a week break and then jump into Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's all I care about right now. I will listen to the theories as crazy as they sound and all that stuff, especially coming from Manny and all that stuff.
Hey, Man Thing sounds good though.
Okay, I believe it a little bit and all that stuff, but it's just like accept that. Um,
Well, it doesn't have to. I don't believe it does 100%. None of
Manny,
my theories that I say on this channel.
Manny.
No, I'm just getting to the viewers. You know what I'm saying to the viewers. Like all the theories that I say that either I've heard or that I'm inventing, or not inventing, but like
I
thinking of,
I
I
think
don't
they
believe them
should
to
though. By the
100%, to be
time
honest.
with me always trying to make sure it's like calm yourself, Manny. It could be happening, but
Yeah, yeah.
just like no.
I mean, sometimes it seems like they're happening, and it kind of creeps me out too. But I mean,
Let's just be happy for Friday. That's all I gotta say.
yeah, yeah. I can't wait. Actually, I can't wait for Wednesday, and then I can't wait for Friday
What's Wednesday?
because Wednesday is Resident Alien, which is getting good. He it turns out he has a wife, so that's kind of funny.
I'm
It's a
still
good
behind
show.
on
You should watch it.
I'm still behind on content stuff.
No, you should watch Resident Alien. It comes on every Wednesday at 12, 10 p.m.
On
on Sci-Fi.
there you
On
go.
Sci-Fi.
Okay,
I almost said 10 p.m.
let's end this.
By the way, did you guys know that our episode comes out every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and YouTube?
Not a bad segue right there. I'm not gonna lie.
This came to me. So with that, we leave you guys with a couple questions. Do you guys think Man Thing is gonna be in it? Do you guys think what do you guys think is gonna happen at episode 9, possibly 10? Do you guys think an episode 10 is gonna happen? And also, what do you guys think of the DCU? Do you guys like it? Does it get you guys more excited to go to the theme parks if you haven't been? Or if you go to the theme parks, does it get you more excited to go to the theme parks when they open again? Leave them down in the comments. Ricky should post the Seed YouTube video from Offhand Disneyland.
I just need the link.
That gives it, yeah, I'll give them the links to both parts. Watch both parts if you don't know what I'm talking about. If you do know what I'm talking about, are you excited? And yeah, we'll see you next week.
They
Bye.
they were hiding the mutants and Reed Richards this whole time, and it's coming in this final episode. We're finally gonna get
In
it.
Reed
No, I'm
Richards?
just kidding.
I was like, in him? What? In like
No,
in his stomach?
the mutants and Reed Richards. Those theories, those season long theories, they're finally happening in the final
Oh yeah.
episode. It's gonna
He
happen in the
has the
final episode,
antidote.
people.
Not the antidote. He has the mutant gene in a test tube.